Hello, baby.
Yo.
This is the D by D podcast on this August 27th, 2017. And we got a superstar in the building today.
We have the sports guru himself, Jerome Combel.
Thank y'all. Appreciate
somebody
that.
lower that.
He caught a little feedback.
Before we get started, we want to send our thoughts out to Houston, man.
H-Town, huh?
Yeah, we know y'all going through. We know what y'all going through right now. It's only 12 years ago we were flooded in.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the preseason goose egg y'all had.
Because preseason don't mean shit.
Right. But yeah, we know exactly. This is the biggest hurricane in 10 years, over 10 years this happened. So
yeah,
we're hoping
they get wet over there, bro.
Right. But
H-Town's supposed to be like the old sister city.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
What I'm saying? I mean, they took everybody over there for Katrina and a couple evacuations we had before that. We went to Houston, you know. And guess what? We left them with a lot of our problems after they still over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
And you know,
that means they're coming back.
Oh no! Hell no!
So now you're in a situation where you've got people who evacuated and went to Houston and stayed there after the hurricane, thinking they're safe. 10 years later, they're haunted by it again, so they have to go through Katrina, the sequel to, you know what I mean? So a lot of New Orleans residents. You know,
they got a lot of the way the infrastructure is over there with the way that roads are built. A lot of it just turns into like big rivers. The way they got the walls all over the highway.
Like natural drainage.
Yeah, and it turns into like rivers of water over there where we don't have that problem. So Houston's in trouble with a lot of it.
Right.
But this is the first interactive podcast in the parish, and we here with sports guru host Jerome here. Why don't you tell us a little, people that don't know out there, a little bit about your show?
Well, first of all, I want to give everybody a little dap on him, my boys. Appreciate y'all having me. It's like
no
superstar, rock star. Y'all got that, right? You know, I am what I am. I ain't scared to talk about it. But I am the sports guru. Want to holler at everybody out there. Guru Nation, I know y'all listening. And I want to tell y'all that these dudes right here got something going on, something hot, something live, because we live, baby. We live in the parish.
Right.
I've been doing my radio show, the Sports Guru Show, since 2007, 2008, me and my son, Brett Combel, the amazing sports kid. I want to shout out to him right now, my spawn, my blood. We did that till, it was great. We did it till 2010. When the Saints went to the damn Super Bowl, it was awesome having a radio show on the air going through that. Yeah. Man, my son was 12 years old, and have him go through that because, me growing up, Saints sucked. That's why I'm a freaking Raiders fan, because they were horrible when I was a kid. But now, Saints are my number one team. And my friends always say, whoa, what you going to do if the Saints and the Raiders go to the bowl? I'm like, well, honestly, I'm a Saints fan during the regular season. But if they go to the Super Bowl, y'all can punch me now. I'm going for the Raiders because the Raiders got 3 rings. I'm trying to catch up with the Steelers, though. I'm trying to catch up with the Cowboys.
Fuck them Steelers.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
So what does the move to Vegas do for you?
The move to Vegas?
Yes.
Man, I could care less where they play because I'm a Raiders fan, black and silver and black attack, real men wear black, all of that. So I love the word Oakland in front of it, but Oakland's just a place. When they went to LA, the Raiders, it was fine with me. So Las Vegas looks freaking cool to me.
Right.
So I wouldn't
Sin City, so it's kind of
right up the alley I'm on it. I would not have liked San Antonio when they were going to move to San Antonio. I wouldn't have liked that. But the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm straight with that. I'm cool with that.
You got some Jew love, Whoa.
Hey, the Jews in the house, the sweaty Jews. Say, bro, if you was here, dog, I'd pick one of them Cocoa Krispies out your beard. You heard me?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll be quick. I'll be brief. After 2010, we stopped going on air due to political problems at the radio station. Then I started buying my own way back onto the air 2014. We've been on air steady since then. We got thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of listeners all the way out from here to Singapore. My favorite thing was having a listener in Peru because, I like what they got over there. That goes in the ground.
Right.
But I love having my listeners, my Guru Nation. So to bring them into the show right here, D&D, appreciate y'all having me.
D by D. We're good.
Tell me again what D by D means. What we talking about now?
Day by day, dollar by dollar.
Right? Holla at your boy.
Right. It's for everyday people, right? Yeah. Just like me.
And that's how we do with my radio show. My boy Tracy Evans, my co-host, Mr. Down Road. I want to shout out him right now. What we try to do is, Baby Dog been on there with me for a minute. My boy Byron Point event, the BP Cash Check that's in the mail. He's on another co-host of mine. We try to have the atmosphere, which I think is what y'all have created here. And it's to sound like we at a ball, sound like we at our partner's house.
Right.
We're talking about what we're talking about, and it's going to be how it is, unscripted, untamed, and like I said, we're live, baby. So I want to shout out all my people. Thank y'all for having me.
Hit us up.
Tell you about the Raiders, dude. Like I was telling him, what I always search for, and I watched the Raiders for a long time, and they were, they struggled the last,
Jesus Christ.
this whole millennium. They struggled.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
So from when I watched them pick up Derek Carr,
woo!
like they became. You can ask him as a witness. It's like, okay.
That was our second favorite team.
Outside the Saints,
this Raider Nation
that
right
I'm
here.
fuck with.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with the Raiders, bro.
Cool, I'm gonna take a little more down for that.
And it was heartbreaking
to watch him get his fucking leg, bro.
Oh,
yeah. I think they could have made some.
To watch that playoff.
It was bad
game,
for the NFL.
To watch that playoff game and knowing, like everybody just knew, like
you heard him on the field. It's broke.
Right,
It's broke.
Right.
Oh man.
It would have been a different story, but they have a lot to look up to in the future. I mean, Vegas is gonna hold them down, dude.
Yeah.
But
they in the right place to get the thing,
right.
the whole field of man.
You're still gonna get your Oakland fans. Like Oakland,
they discredit, but they've been through this before. You know
it's Oakland's team. It's not Vegas's team.
And they're right down the road. You can hop, skip, and jump.
That's what I'm saying.
Al Davis' team,
it's
still structured as an Al Davis regime, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. And it's such a little more ruthless right now.
I hate to rain on you guys, Raider Parade, but everybody's in here.
Raider Nation, but who that?
Is not here to talk about the Raiders.
Yeah, let me just end the Raiders note on. Yeah, you're right. They have been disgruntled, bad franchise for a while, but getting Derek Carr back in it, they're getting the little success they had the last few seasons, great draft picks and all of that, and to have Derek Carr go down was a problem. But I got the Raiders winning the AFC West this year. So back to you.
No.
What about Lynch?
I
What do you think about the Lynch?
I think it's a freaking great ass pickup because I think Lynch has got a lot of gas left in his tank. Bro.
And he's in Oakland.
Yeah.
He's running. And that's like you being a kid growing up and getting to play for your home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you repping, you
he's
carrying.
He's ratchet enough for the Raiders.
He carrying Oakland and Buffalo. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Now he gets to do it from his back.
Skittles beast mode. And welcome to Raider Nation.
But everybody in here wants to know what happened last night. What are your thoughts on last night's circus?
Fuck. I mean,
why you gotta say circus, bro?
All right. Well, let me put it this way.
Circus, bro.
It was entertaining.
I'm just
it
was
a circus.
I'm answering the question.
Who do you want? Let's one at a time. Let's not talk over each other.
Let me answer this question.
Yeah, let me answer the circus
Let me answer the question.
Good.
Circus might be out of line because I feel that McGregor performed better than I thought he would. When I said on this podcast, I said Conor wouldn't be able to hit him, and Floyd could land about 85% of his punches.
Bam, bam.
But at the end of the day, I believe that Floyd let McGregor hang around as long as he did. I think he was a little confused at the beginning of the fight because of the unorthodox style that Conor came out with. Floyd was confused.
Yeah, and then he kept switching feet.
It took him a few rounds, but Floyd's always been like that. If you ever watch Floyd Mayweather fight, it takes him a few rounds to get used to the guy he's fighting, and then it's just on after
But when you said circus, you're talking about more about the atmosphere.
Just the atmosphere, just the environment.
Yeah. But anyway,
the fight itself actually is better than I thought.
I got you. But you were going to talk about this question.
That wasn't the circus. Was Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. That was the circus.
Yeah.
That was
it again.
The circus was Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
that was a
much
circus.
more of a circus. Yeah.
This was actually an experiment, and it succeeded.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Like you're saying about him keeping him around, I watched the press conference in the morning, and he said that was the game plan. Like that was the strategy to let him be the aggressor out the gate and throw his punches and wear him down, let him throw heat because he knew Conor was coming out throwing heat. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew he was going to throw hard punches. He let him throw those hard punches, wore him down, and you can tell about round 6, round 7-ish, it's like, okay.
He's gassed up. Yeah.
It's over.
If you don't mind about Pat, we gonna be long winded with this. This is a damn good time. Macho, with the beginning of the fight, before we start really getting down with it, let you get in here a little bit about what you thought from the hype to the beginning of the fight.
To me, it was an event like everything else. It was just an event. It was a money grab to me. It was. And I ain't mad at either one of them. It literally made the most money at the gate. It probably made the most money at the pay-per-views. We'll find out in the next couple of days when the pay-per-views come in. Up until $400 million Mayweather might make for this fight. Let's take that in now. $400 million. Yeah. Conor's making $125 million.
You have another Lamborghini for sure.
Now, he would never, in our lifetime, make that in his craft.
Right.
He would never make that. So
and he's at the top.
So them two, they made this event happen.
Great idea for both of them.
For money.
Yeah.
I mean, did anybody expect McGregor to actually win? If you actually thought McGregor was going to win in your heart, you might be a novice fight fan. You're not.
I don't know about a novice fight fan. You're just you're a hopeful individual.
Well, you don't know much about the craft.
Right.
You don't know what's going on. And the person with experience with sports that we all would experience kind of didn't have a chance.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're saying to the layman was one thing, but to people who know,
kind of didn't have a chance. And then, again, it was a great debate, though.
Yeah, well, let's talk.
And like I said, from what y'all saying, it was an experiment.
Let me ask you this, Pat, if you don't mind, let me ringlead for a second before we get into the nuts and bolts, which Paul covered a good bit of a little bit pre-fight. What you thought was going to happen, and what did you hear? Like when Poncho was talking about consensus-wise in your group, and you in particular, what was your predictions like if Mayweather would win, if Conor would win, and who, what round, and all of that? Because I got a lot of different aspects from other people.
The finish of the fight?
I'm talking about pre-fight, who you thought was going to win.
Yeah.
And like he said, if anybody ever thought Conor was going to win, how could it happen?
Pre-fight,
you personally, what were you hearing?
Yeah, pre-fight, people were telling me that there's no way that Floyd could knock him out. So Conor would have to hit him. So I said pre-fight on the podcast that Floyd could land about 85 to 90% of his punches, which I was obviously wrong about that. But I did say Floyd would land so much to where he could stop him. So
if you had to say pre-fight, if Conor could win, how would you thought he would have done it?
He'd have to get a miraculous left hook.
I thought if Conor was going to win, it would have been a knockout round 4.
He had to catch him. He had to just catch him right.
I would have thought it was a knockout round 4 with Conor. So that's the way. If Conor was going to win, how would you think he could have won or would have won? Pre-fight. But
honestly, I didn't think Conor everybody had to punch a chance. That's why you fight.
Yeah,
you have to punch a chance.
Anyone of us could go outside. Who knows what?
There's video snippets out there where they're saying Conor's actually pulling punches. In other words, he's hitting, but he's not fully in it. He's just kind of hitting
because he's got other things to do besides punch. Yeah,
sparring. Well, I said he's pulling punches. Basically, he's not hitting the hurting. He's just hitting them.
Yeah.
And knowing if anybody thought Floyd was going to take that loss and smear his record or
his legacy, whatever. But if Conor was going to win, you would have thought it would have been a knockout.
A lucky puncher's chance.
That conspiracy theory. Like the only way Floyd would lose is if he
took a fall.
He took a fall to get 3 fights.
What do you think would happen? Had you had to say, had somebody had told you, okay, Conor's going to win, what would you have to say? How would he would have won it?
Right.
And like I said, it would have had to be knockout round 4.
Just catching. I don't know about round 4. Just any round, he just catches him right. He just finds he just kind of Mayweather makes the wrong move and kind of
because anybody can get down at any time.
Right, and that's the only way. You're not gonna knock Floyd, dude. Floyd.
We've seen him many times.
Floyd moves. Yeah. He moves like Bruce Lee, bro. I mean,
holla at your boy Bruce Lee. Hey, got Bruce Lee on.
I didn't know that was
for power, bro. It's for power, you know. Right. But as far as Conor goes,
he flows like water.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
But as far as getting knocked out, anybody can get caught anytime. We've seen Mayweather in situations where he has got a bit rocked against Cotto. Alvarez caught him with a couple, and it can happen to anybody. The fact that Floyd doesn't get hit, all of that, no matter what, anybody can get caught at any time, which is the big reason I thought Conor had a shot. It wasn't just a total Floyd's going to win fight to me. I thought Conor had just as good a chance to knock Mayweather out. In fact, I thought Conor had a better chance than anybody's fought to knock him out, just based on the intensity he brings to the ring and the dangerousness he brings to the ring. But
that's a good point.
Did you think Conor had a chance to knock him out at all?
Very small.
It's always a chance.
It's always a chance.
Having said all of that, if we all even here saying that the only way, I think we all agree that the only way Conor was going to win would have been a knockout. Is there any way you might have thought, Pat and Paul and Pancho, that Conor could have won all points?
No.
In a decision?
No shot.
It's a big resounding no right now.
You're talking about
so that's why
you're talking about boxing commission or boxing judges.
Yeah.
It's not going to allow that to happen.
Right.
I mean, but how many rounds did Conor win in your eyes?
First 3.
He won
I got
at
one.
The beginning of the fight.
First 3, you couldn't make a case for.
I could make a case that the first 2, I don't know about the third one.
I'm with you, though.
This look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. There was 2 things that stood out to me the most in that fight in the first
Yeah, let's stick with the beginning of the
fight. Let's go with the first 2 rounds.
We got a lot to cover right here.
Right, because the first 2 rounds of the fight was the uppercut. The first round when he caught him with the uppercut. Even though it was smashing, but it wasn't full kind. It wasn't fully. But he didn't catch him.
It was 100%. It was a good point getter.
That was his best shot.
And it was early, and it was something that everybody went, wow. Ooh.
The second was after the second round when they were cleaning up to get into the third. When Mayweather looked at that camera and smiled, he said, "I got your money. It's all over. I got your money.
We got the Jew chiming and said he's got Conor with 6 rounds.
All right, well, look, let me just shut the Jew down right now. Now, Pat over here said he thinks the first 2 rounds was won by Conor. My cousin Corey Reese, I want to shout out over there at Bad Company Radio. Cody Michael's in the house. Corey Reese, my cousin. They got a great podcast, kind of what y'all doing over there.
I followed it this time.
So anyway, but big Conor fan. And, you see me, look, check me out. Facebook Live. We live, baby. I got big cheekbones. My family's supposed to be Indian. Got Indian in us, right? When he finds out on Ancestry.com, talking about Corey, my cousin, that he's mostly Irish, right? So he's flexing these.
He got the flag out.
He's flexing the flags. And he's a big MMA fan. He's one of the most scholars of boxing and MMA that I know. Came up under me. One of my best proteges, kind of has transcended what I've done as far as that goes. But he's all about McGregor. He loves Mayweather, but he was like, Mayweather's not going to nowhere near have a chance to knock him out. And he said what you said, and kind of like with the people in the little the copy buying stats were saying that the first 2 rounds with McGregor. I've been watching boxing. I'm gonna be 50 on Thursday. Holla at your boy. Just coming up. I've been watching boxing since I'm 12 years old. My whole family grew up boxing. Them first 2 rounds, even, bro. 10-10, far as I'm concerned. There's no way I would ever give those first 2 rounds to McGregor, but I wouldn't give him the Mayweather either. We asked about somebody asked about who won what round, how many McGregor won. I got McGregor winning round 3, hands down. Not 10-8, 10-9. After that, I ain't seen McGregor win nothing. I gave Floyd the and I don't mean to continue to talk about the rest of the fight, but I'm just saying and please let's continue to talk about this fight for a minute. After that 4th round, I said McGregor won, and I said the first 2 rounds were even. All due respect to you. The rest of the fight, all Floyd, and a couple of those rounds was 10-8. And at round 9, I even said to my people we was watching at 1080p on HD on the phone, Floyd's going to knock him out in this round. So I got 1 round of McGregor.
Props to McGregor's chin.
Wait, having said chin, you said the word chin, so I'm going to tell you right now, Floyd didn't catch him on the chin. Had Floyd caught him on the chin, he'd have been sleeping.
I'm going to tell you, I got up. This is how it happened for me. About in that 10th round, I went and texted my brother because he wasn't watching.
What you about to go down?
I just pretty much let him know Mayweather got him. Yeah. And he's like, well, what you mean? And I
was doing the same thing with my cousin.
I wasn't even looking at the TV. I actually got up to make myself something to eat. And I'm telling him Mayweather got him. It's over. But it wasn't over yet. By the time I was done texting him, I missed him
because he was doing that.
McGregor
you were being a prophet. Yeah.
Right? You're trying to be a prophet. You missed that. That's the problem with technology,
yes,
man.
Indeed, yeah.
You should be able to watch fight. You can tell them all.
I do agree with McGregor that the fight was stopped like at the wrong time. It wasn't time yet.
He ain't doing a punch in a minute.
Yeah, but still, Pat, it's boxing, bro.
Let me put this with you.
He's still fighting.
When you talk about conspiracy theories and whatnot. My little cousin, bless his little heart, we went in and after the text messages going back and forth. Look at it like this, people. Look at it like this. Check this out, okay? You got the golden boy from the UFC, right? You got the golden boy from boxing. Everybody and their grandma for the last 10 years been saying how much better UFC is than boxing, which we're going to talk. I'm going to let y'all know after we talk about this, about what I think about that. But personally, back to this particular fight and these particular conspiracy theories that I got going on. Showtime notwithstanding, they made their money. The 2 boxers made their money. Do you think Dana White didn't have somebody involved or somebody with this referee who, do you think that the UFC is going to allow the Sports Illustrated cover to have that golden boy flattened out on the cover, knocked out? That early stoppage was because UFC does not want to be embarrassed in front of the world with their man knocked out. That's the only way. And of course, McGregor personally wanted to be knocked out proper too. Right. But there ain't no way Dana White's going to let his people go on the ground like this. Color Sports Illustrated. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, man. That early stoppage was a saving grace for the UFC.
Well,
and I love the UFC. I'm a bigger boxing fan than I am a UFC fan because, goddamn, I used to tell my kids, y'all can't watch this no more.
Yeah, right.
You know, but anyway, what did you think about that? Am I crazy?
No,
that's a great. And
thank you, Corey.
And look, you know what's so funny?
He didn't have nothing to do with that.
We could go back to the beginning of the fight when the referee huddled them both up. He didn't talk to Mayweather.
He was saying a lot to Conor.
He talked to Conor. He didn't talk to
Pancho wasn't contractually involved with anything.
Any MMA moves he loses or something like
now,
that.
Yeah. Did you notice throughout the fight how many times did Conor actually hammer fist behind the head?
He
now,
did.
If that was a true boxing fight, that
really
went past the second round.
You know what? You know what I can describe that.
And that was just a bad habit,
right? And you know what it felt like.
I don't think he did that maliciously.
But the fight, the fight allowed that to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what this felt like to me last night? It was entertaining. It really was. But it felt like I was watching the Pro Bowl or watching the All-Star.
I don't agree with that. I actually better than that.
No, don't say that, dog.
When I watched them,
you talking about you personally right now. You talking about you personally.
When I watched them sit next to the turnbuckles and them just kind of chillax, lackadaisy, like this is no.
You're just not a boxing fan.
They didn't act like they were tired. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta agree.
They didn't act like they were really.
No animosity at all. That's what you said.
Right.
There
wasn't like.
Let me ask you this.
Let me ask you this.
I fight you. We making between each other $500 million. You can have any animosity.
I love you, nigga.
So we're going after the fight.
We kissing on the face later, not lips, but face.
Yeah.
So why? All right. So why does that? You're telling me
it's hard for that to permeate through, though.
Right.
You know?
You're telling me right now that it's because they made this money that they're acting like that. I'm just telling you that they acted like that.
Like look at the fight before the Mayweather fight with your boy with the tattoo all around his neck like this.
They were smiling.
Boxing's all that dude's got. So he's gonna knock that dude out. He should be motivated any fight he's in.
And he lost his title because of the weight.
Yeah, he missed his weight.
Right.
Then he's like, man, I don't know what happened.
The only thing these dudes didn't do was wink at each other. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, they were smiling. They were chilling. McGregor can probably go fight next week.
You know, I never heard that analogy before,
like,
and I think it's highly speculative, but I gotta respect what you're saying. There's no doubt about that.
Like, McGregor can probably go fight next week.
I gotta go back to the ring. All of that might be true, and I think he's stretching on that one, but I can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of see what you're saying. And there's no doubt about it. But once you get out in the ring, bro, you still got all these people watching. You still got your reputation on the line. Still got your manhood on the line. I can't see anything that happens in between rounds getting involved and permeating into the fight. I think all that, notwithstanding, pretty much had nothing to do with what happened in the ring.
So it was post fight when McGregor walked up and did his handshake with Mayweather.
Yeah.
He said thank you.
I didn't see any tongue.
No, he said thank you.
It should have been. Yeah,
no, right.
He said thank you. So how do you read into that? So how do you read it? So what does that? I mean, what is he thanking for? For the money,
bro?
Yeah.
Did y'all watch
the opportunity?
All right. It's opportunity.
You gotta do it. Maybe no money notwithstanding. Let's say
McGregor will never make that money again in his life.
I agree.
We're gonna get to that. I have a question about that.
It may be the money, but it's also think about this. Like my boy Parish said, Parish Bernard's in the house. Appreciation, my brother, badass dude. He's always like, I can go in there and do that. Why not me do that? Because this dude ain't never fought a boxing match in his life, and here you are fighting the number one guy. You didn't have to go through the ranks.
Right.
You didn't have to fight this one, that one. So maybe he's thinking for the opportunity. But like you said,
it's an all-star game. That's what it was.
It's an event, like you said. It's an experiment. But I don't think it may have been an all-star game. But I seen some Pro Bowls where they were knocking snot bubbles out each other's nose. When the Pro Bowl meant something, not anymore. I think if you could talk about Pro Bowl and All-Star game, it was a 70s All-Star game where they were really.
Well, no, it wasn't as bad as just let you shoot a 3-point.
That's what I'm talking about. It wasn't that. I thought it was legit.
Right, it was, but they were, like I said, McGregor's so used to so much more brutality.
Absolutely.
It's like when Billie Jean King played
the guy,
tennis.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Jesus Christ, how the freak do you know about that? I was going to say, how the fuck do you know about that?
It just popped up in my
head. Old
soul,
huh?
Old soul, man. I got old.
In the battle of sexes, you know.
My brother's 9 years older than me, so I grew up. He couldn't believe that I loved Run DMC at 4. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm proud to be black, y'all. And it's a fact, y'all. And if you're trying to take us mine, I'll take it back, y'all. I'm not black.
So after the fight.
But I'm wearing black.
After the fight, the questions started coming up to Dana White. about would Conor consider boxing again, or does he see more of his athletes coming to crossover because of the money Conor made?
Yeah.
And they asked Dana White, will Conor make this kind of money in the UFC? And Dana said, well, if he pulls this kind of numbers, he'll make that kind of money. But what he pulling?
Yeah.
Not those type of numbers, but what he pulling
really
good pay-per-view numbers.
Definitely biggest draw. Poncho,
against, I know you more of a UFC. I'm more of a boxing guy.
He pulled numbers, but again, you got so many fights underneath that card in the UFC.
Yeah, but and a lot of them are good.
No, but you got a lot of fights. You know what I'm saying? So you and UFC is a company. Boxing is not a company.
Yeah, boxing is an international.
So UFC is a company, so you have to pay employees. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boxing is
they're not
an individual sport.
The only people getting the money is the goddamn boxers, basically. The promoters.
When your promoters make money, but again, Dana White is a promoter, but he promotes for a company.
Yeah.
So
CEO,
will he make $100 million? Absolutely not, dude. There's no way in the world. Are you gonna be? Would you ever buy a UFC fight at $100?
I'd pay 37, 40, 50.
Now your undercard has to be so small that you don't have to pay these
fighters. The UFC's got 5-6 good fights on it.
And that's the only way you sell it.
Yeah.
So your undercard in UFC has to be stacked just to pull a $70 card pay-per-view.
Right.
And UFC is it
UFC
worldwide?
200 didn't charge up. UFC 200 didn't charge up.
It did, but
that was a pretty big card.
$60. But again, it's
expensive.
a company. It's still a company. So you got hundreds, if not thousands of employees you got to pay.
Who's going to stop guys like Nate Diaz from crossing over now?
Somebody's looking at it like.
Let's talk about that crossover. Let's talk about that crossover. Look at it like this.
Conor was at.
Did y'all watch the press conference after? Did any of y'all watch the press conference?
I've seen some of it.
No, the only one I seen was the Dana White one.
No, I've seen a lot of Scott with it. But anyway.
But he's like, who? Dana White's like,
I didn't see that. My bad.
I'm just ready to get back to UFC.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to talk about boxing anymore.
And that's what I was gonna.
That's kind of what I was
gonna express too.
That's his company. Boxing is not what he does.
And had his golden boy been flat on his back, his company would have been detrimented. Straight up. A lot of people thought less about
I've never thought about that.
You got to think about that. But I haven't said all that too.
Because the reason why I think
you ain't never seen no early stoppers like that.
Because McGregor didn't have anything to lose. Like, if he did get laid out,
he was pretty much slept on his feet. And had he went down out cold, it would have been banned on the cover of Sports Illustrated, ESPN magazine.
It would have.
It would have been banned. And look, I'm not as big as the UFC, like I mentioned before, as I am a boxing fan, but I love the UFC. I love everything it brings. I love the fact that there's another sport for me to enjoy like I do, and it brings hot chicks to the table. It brings all you boys together. It brings people together as a country, black, white, different, whatever. But let's talk about the crossover, Pat. What about, let's say, Conor McGregor? We talked about how good we are. I think everybody was impressed here with how good Conor did as a boxer. Right. Now, we know he's got boxing skills, and we all know that watching Conor McGregor in the UFC, you always knew about his hands. Every time you see him step out there.
Boxer.
Well, I didn't know that. But every time you see him step out there, you see how dangerous he was. So we all knew that was going to ascend into
his striker.
His experiment from that. We all knew that was going to show and come to the fore, which it did. And that's why we all impressed about it. But, okay, and like Parish said, what's up, PB? And like me and Corey, my cousin, talked about, Corey said that in retrospect, let him go back to UFC because that's where he belongs, stay in his lane. But I'm thinking, you know what? For UFC and for boxing, maybe somebody like Conor, who's already broke the mold, who's already went into that arena, let's let him go and fight the number 10 guy. You know, I guarantee you. I think Conor can have some success in boxing. I don't think there's too many, not Alvarez, not Triple G. I'm talking about somebody like number 10, number 7, number 8. Let him go find a couple of those guys.
Floyd Jr. What's the guy's name? The gold team.
If he has success, let him fight through the ranks. And, man, hold up. If he does get a legitimate shot at the belt, whether it's Floyd or Triple G or Alvarez or somebody like that, wow, how good is that going to be for UFC?
Adrian Broner. That's what I'm thinking. Let him fight Adrian Broner. He might be able to beat. Let him fight Paulie.
I don't think he's going
to be able to beat Paulie.
That would be. I'll tell you what.
That dude had some animosity.
McGregor, Malignaggi, I'll pay $100 for that tonight. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the bullshit that they went down. But let's talk about that crossover. Should, like my cousin Corey said, should Conor just, and like Dana White's talking about, should Conor just go back to UFC and that's all right? I don't know how good that would be for both sports. I think maybe if maybe they should have a little more crossover.
What are his fights?
It could have been. He did mention the Nate Diaz trilogy.
Yeah, that's his only fight.
What do y'all think about this crossover thing? Is it possible?
I was more impressed about how. I was as impressed about how Conor was able to slip punches last night.
Yeah.
Than being, as good as he did throwing punches, hitting them. I was as impressed with him slipping.
Do you think?
Floyd
said, I let him hit me. So the punches that he did land was,
I'm talking about him slipping.
I know, but it's structured. Was it structured for Conor to actually hit?
Because of the pull punches thing, think about it.
Yeah. He said, Conor even said that the punches that I laid, I never felt like I actually hit him. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Even though they were flush, even though some of them were clean.
Right. He said every time I hit him, he knew how to cover up the body shot.
Like he knew how to take a fall.
Right.
And like I talked about before, we seen Cotto, we seen Alvarez, we seen Shane Mosley rock Floyd, and none of those punches that he did land Conor were anywhere near to what those did. No. So you got to go a long way to do that.
And here we could take it. You're talking about a 40-year-old Floyd Mayweather. Not a Floyd Mayweather in his prime.
Tell you what, that was the best Floyd Mayweather I've ever seen.
I
watched every fight.
Yeah, he looked good last night. I wouldn't say nothing against Floyd last night.
Bro, dude, I ain't never seen Floyd go after nobody, bro. Floyd went after that dog, bro. He was on his head. He was in his drawers.
Well, what was great about it is they always talked about Floyd running. Right? Everybody Floyd running and hugging.
Right, running, holding that. That didn't happen.
You watched that fight last night? Mayweather had Conor backpedaling the whole fight. Right, he was backpedaling the whole fight. Conor was backpedaling the whole fight, trying to keep him away.
And that's never happened in a Floyd fight, and I'm not agreeing with everybody saying about Floyd run. I ain't never seen Floyd run. All I did was see with Floyd box. And sometimes boxing, you watch Ali, I'm gonna walk you with me the whole way and get my way.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But in that fight, there wasn't no running. And look, only one clinching was Conor. So and he was fighting for his life. Conor McGregor was fighting for his freaking life. He didn't want to get embarrassed.
No.
Half the sport is not getting hit.
Yeah. It's boxing. They didn't call it knockout. It's not called punch. It's called boxing. It's a ring.
What I wanted to tell y'all too, y'all, we've been talking about this fighting shit the last fucking 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And I never was the biggest UFC fan. Like I watch it on TV. Like I didn't get into the pay-per-view. I'm a boxing guy. First, I love boxing.
Me too. And for me, that's got nothing against the UFC.
And my passion really fell away from boxing ever since it kind of lost its swagger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But after last night, I feel like it rejuvenated my
Thank you, UFC, for bringing boxing back to public.
Well, not for both. I'm a UFC fan now.
Yeah, he told me he came out to watch more UFC.
I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I want to see it. So it did what it was supposed to do.
And I think it might have did that crossover for a lot of people.
Right, right.
It was UFC numbers would have been dipping too.
Absolutely.
Well, we got a comment from the Jew.
The sweaty Jew.
He said Floyd ran the whole fight, the last 3 fights before Conor. Most boring waste of money.
Okay, look. Good point, Jew. Okay, but let me tell you something right now. You heard Floyd apologize to the people for the Pacquiao fight. All right, but we seen what happened with that. Floyd was going to fight the old Pacquiao, and then when old Pacquiao didn't come, he was already in the strategy. And Floyd didn't really dog the last few fights. Floyd fought as an older fighter. Floyd fought as a fighter who's like, I'm going to protect myself before I wreck myself. And that's okay for somebody 38, 39 years old. And before that, Floyd brawled out with everybody toe-to-toe he could. So you got to come get me if I'm that dude. So
that first Maidana fight.
It's a big flat thing. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. So you got to come to me.
Woo!
My ass.
Woo!
Shout out to Ric Flair.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's why I always take a belt.
Dusty Rhodes.
To take somebody's belt.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Demolish.
And that's not saying that the champion shouldn't show out too, but at the same time, he ain't got to. And like I said, with the Pacquiao thing, thank you, Floyd, for apologizing, because I was a little aggravated with that fight, but I also was happy that he won. And like I said, he was ready for a Pacquiao that was going to be the Pacquiao that's coming after. Right. Pacquiao didn't really bring no heat, so it's like he's like, what's going on right now?
Pacquiao was fucking injured.
Jew, I'm going to say you're wrong, because that first Maidana fight was a brawl.
Yeah, come on, bro. Don't, if I go back and watch the fight for you, talk about that shit.
I'm going to give some shout outs to some viewers. We got
y'all actually got people watching this?
Yeah, we got Nick Dawn. We got Nick Dawn. We got Corey Updegram.
Oh, Melvin was saying that.
The Bird checked in. And the Jews have been chiming in over there. So again, if you got any questions for me, Paul, Pat, or Mr. Sports Guru,
well,
shoot some questions.
Since we're in combat sports, before we move on to football, John Jones tested positive for steroids for his fight against Daniel Cormier. You guys see this?
Yeah, I saw that. Right. I did.
That's very unfortunate.
Wait, say that again. I was looking at my
John Jones tested positive for steroids for his last
that
fight.
was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
right?
fight was 2 weeks ago.
And didn't he get fucked over with some coke a while back?
Yeah, this one coke.
He like kind of cried like the night before. Oh my god, I can't believe I did this.
He had gotten an accident.
Yeah.
Ran from the scene with coke in the car.
Oh my god, I gotta get out of here. I got coke in my pants.
Again, he had beat the champion, which is down in DC, which he's a Louisiana native.
Rob Danny called great guy. Whatever. He's a great guy.
Yeah, from Louisiana. I think it's from Lafayette.
No shit. I'll shout out to LA, baby.
So he had knocked DC out.
Where's the goddamn camera right there? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, camera right
now
there.
I see y'all. I'm looking at myself because I'm pretty, but now I see y'all. What's up? We live, baby.
Yeah. So he knocks out DC, and DC took it like a man and thought, and the ironic thing is, Jones had a previous history of drugs. Or
Before the
fight.
Yeah.
So he just came off with it.
It must be like some badass
steroids. And ironically, he before this fight, he was actually accused of DC of using steroids. Before this fight, and then turn around, he knocks out DC and himself gets busted for using steroids.
Yeah, that's a bit of controversy.
So now they saying he is probably one of the greatest, if not one of the best. Probably better than.
But he hasn't had a chance to freaking show because of these anomalies.
If there was ever $100 million fight to be made in the UFC per fighter, it would be John Jones and McGregor. Now it's two different weight classes.
That's a great idea.
Two different. We talking about light heavyweight.
Who's gonna have to cut? Who's gonna have to cut?
We're gonna have
Jones would have to cut.
You would have to.
John Jones.
What you mean catch weight?
You would have to come down. And he would have to come up. So
it ain't gonna happen.
It would have to be.
Who would have to come down?
Jones would have to
come down.
Conor could do it.
And Conor would have to go up. Conor walks around at 170, 175.
You see how much bigger he was last night.
So he would have to.
And look, props to Floyd for staying at 146.
So he would have to stay that way. He would have to stay 180, 185. Jones would have to drop down.
And what you mean by that ain't gonna happen?
I can't see it happening. Making one guy.
That sound a little
$100 million. Drop 20 pounds.
Yeah.
You walk around at 215, 220.
Come
down to 180.
You talking about for this payday?
I'm gonna give you 1 year.
Yeah.
Drop down to 180.
Because you have a lot of time for that fight. You got 9 months. You got a year.
25 pounds to cut in 1 year.
Yeah, it's realistic.
I see what you're saying, but if he said you got enough time,
he stays with that white powder diet. He'd be all right.
Hey, you can smoke crack. That's that stem fast diet. Anyway, I'm like Pat's asking if it's gonna be 100. If there was $100 million purse out there for the UFC, you saying that's the one?
That's the one, huh?
Yeah. So good for that.
Let me ask you this.
Great idea, bro.
Is the UFC going to even deal with John Jones? They say he might be looking at a 3 or 4 year suspension.
I heard he was done after the last time. They
say he might be looking at a 3 or 4 year suspension.
We got questions. We got Ivy Joseph. Tell me, a first-time boxer, McGregor, goes 10 rounds with the best boxer in the business in his class. And he was the adults.
We went there already, but I mean,
just chiming in. So
Connor's did good.
Let me just say, Ivy's a badass name. I might name my next son. That's a killer name.
I Suge White though. We call him Suge White.
Hello. Ivy's in the motherfucking house.
Yeah,
wait, what was the question again before you?
He was just stating McGregor went 10 rounds with the greatest boxers. So was that allowed to go 10 rounds?
I got you.
Oh, what was your thought? Was it
legit? Is that what you asked?
Was it legit 10 rounds? Did Floyd allow that to go 10 rounds? Could Floyd take him out in 3 or 4? Could Floyd just couldn't win that? Just wax his ass and just been done with it?
I think so.
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
I think if Floyd,
he wouldn't have did it in 1 round.
Based on his last 3 fights,
he wouldn't have did it in 1 round.
Thank you.
No. I think if Floyd really wanted to knock him out in 4 rounds, Floyd could have stopped him in 4 rounds.
All right. Well, here's my thing. I don't know if he could, but if he didn't, I think the whole fight would have changed because then Mayweather would have kind of been like, "Oh fuck."
Well, let's go.
It didn't work. You know,
let's go back to your
conspiracy
theory. Okay.
Right.
So if Conor comes in and knocks Floyd out within 4 rounds, what's everybody gonna say? The fight was fixed.
No, I don't.
Or Floyd took it down.
No, I don't think so.
Darren said Floyd was worried about the left, so he wasn't going to try to go in there 3 rounds blazing.
Yeah.
But one thing I did say, if Conor would have knocked Floyd out last night, it would have discredited 150 years of boxing to let this guy come in and do something Floyd's been doing his whole life and train for a couple months and fight the best fighter in the world. So next thing, if Oh.
I told people to call in.
Oh, sorry.
You
Call
back.
And if Floyd would have, so Conor would have knocked it. Yeah, you know, that's my train of thought. If Conor would have knocked Floyd out, people would have said it was fixed. If Floyd would have knocked him out in 3 or 4 rounds, people would have said the fight's a fucking joke. Everybody knew it was going to happen. Give my money back. Floyd led the tango, and it went 10 rounds. They danced for 10 rounds, and then it ended respectively for both parties.
And I think that was the best. Like the people organizing this, the powers that be that put this together knew that this was the best thing to do, is let this, it being a conspiracy theorist, like for it to go this way. We're satisfied customers today. You know what I'm saying?
everybody was happy out the deal.
McGregor. We're still talking about
Ivy, let me talk to you.
As long as we're talking about McGregor, we're talking UFC.
Let me holler at you. Ivy, check this out. These dudes know what they're talking about. They got great opinions, but I'm gonna let you know right now. This is the way I feel. There wasn't none of that going on. This was a legitimate fight. When it came out first round, the powers that be is Floyd Mayweather. He promoted this fight. That's his money. Nobody else is involved. Conor signed the contract based on what Floyd said was going to happen. Conor knows what he's getting. Everybody knows what they're getting. The UFC's reputation is freaking on the line right here. Because like I said before, you got people for the last 10 years been saying how much better UFC is than boxing. So now's y'all chance to prove it. So having said that, yeah, Conor could have. I think Conor had a legitimate chance to knock Floyd out. If Conor would have knocked Floyd out, it would have been not that big of an upset, really, because you're looking at the disruptive power of the individual that Conor McGregor is, and like what they said when he came in, the dangerous person is. What they said, the notorious Conor McGregor is. That's not bullshit. He said he's a dangerous dude. When you saw the last 5 fights Conor had with his press conferences and whatnot, he's a crazy dude. Look, I always thought it was kind of WWE and shit at first, but no, that dude was serious, bro. When he gets out there and talks his shit, he's talking shit. He's serious.
It up.
All that polymyelitis, bullshit training, bullshit. Conor was serious. Bitch, you want to fight for real? We sparring. I'm gonna fuck you up.
So is that the next fight?
That's what I think it'd be great. But having said all of that, we back to this fight. No, Conor knocking Floyd out would not have been that big of an upset. It would have been a goddamn knockout. And that shit happens in sports, especially boxing and UFC. People knock people out all the time that may or not be supposed to be knocked out. But having said all of that too, I don't think they danced around. I think Conor brought his strategy. I think Conor brought his skill that he did have boxing-wise. He brought it and it was going on. And I think Mayweather felt him out for the first 2 or 3 rounds. And Mayweather brought some new shit that he ain't never brought. I'm talking offensive, power, fighting, boxing. He didn't run. He didn't block. He took some licks and he went in with the right hand. He went in with the left hook. He went in and I don't think they danced around. I think that if Mayweather could have took him out early, he would have. And I hear what you're saying. I'm not arguing y'all down to the ground, but I think if Mayweather could have took him out, he would have. But it wasn't in his game plan. No, his game plan was to feel him out.
That's exactly he won.
And when it was time to take him out, he took him out, baby. That knockout happened out here at the right time. So no, it wasn't allowed. That's how it went.
So let's say this. Does weight play into the power factor?
Absolutely.
So McGregor walks around every day 175, 180.
Sure.
He went down to that weight. Now,
but then he went back up to 170.
So
what did he be 153 for the weigh-in?
154.
Right now, and folks say 146,
149.
Right.
So Mayweather's every day might be 150, 160.
Stayed low.
160.
Stayed there for speed.
So McGregor's 15 pounds higher walking around. So of course I've never said size.
I see what you're saying.
To me, size isn't anything because a small dude would whip my motherfucker.
I got a bunch of big people. Guess what? I got my smaller dude.
Just because you're big doesn't mean you got power. Small means you're weak.
I ain't trying to fight no big person, but anyway.
So again, did that play into the factor? I mean, so there's a lot of different views. It
did. And Paul, you might want to say something about this too. I thought that Floyd would have been heavier because of his defensive. I'm gonna take these punches, but then to see Floyd come in so light, I said, "Wow, Floyd's trying to be swift and quick and fast." And if you think about it, after the clinches, every time after they clinched in the rough roll up, Floyd was in his face.
Right?
Because he was a little
especially
faster.
At that age, he needs to be swift.
Yeah, because weight at that age, way now.
He needs to be as cut as he can be, and lean and feel, as elusive as he can possibly
so weight might not be a factor as far as knockout, but as far as
I thought the ref probably played 80% into this fight.
I think so.
From the opening,
and that's where it comes in
from the opening.
From the things he said in the beginning.
Just he talked straight to McGregor from the beginning. He allowed McGregor to actually do this on
6-7 times.
More than
before
that.
he said
There
didn't even take a point.
breakups.
They didn't even think about it.
There was no breakups.
Yeah.
He did this, and they stood a foot and a half.
That's why I thought it was right there. Yeah.
There was two dudes. They was here to here on a breakup.
Yeah.
They on a regular fight, dude. They
stretching them out.
Right,
They use this far apart.
And I heard him saying it a couple times, like back up, but then nobody.
There's a few things that I can say about that. I'm sorry. I just like, all right, for one, with the referee, what he did, McGregor said in the press conference that he felt like opposite of what you felt. I guess he's not used to a box breakup. Like he said, he wanted McGregor to tie up with him. That way he can get, I felt like I had him where I wanted him, and then the ref got in, and I had to reset. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of bothered me. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to say, too, that I've never seen before.
Feathers got a little ruffled, though?
You're a little upset?
What about
you needed a tissue?
Why?
About the ref. You're bothering you. You okay? You gonna be all right?
My bad. No, I said not the ref. No, what bothered me, not the ref. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about the ref. What bothered me, I've never seen it before, did y'all notice how, like, Mayweather bent over backwards and kind of like let his brother spoon him?
Yeah. See that? I think
like he was looking. He wanted McGregor to hit him. Grab it.
Bob was there was a clause in the fight that if McGregor was to do any MMA moves / acts,
he was feeding him into it. Yeah.
So instead of marketing, he did this.
That's a good call, Paul. And I thought the same thing. And I watched the film. My boy Joe busy. You in the house busy. What's up, my baby boy?
Trent just chimed in. So what's up?
Trent's in the house transforming the Decepticon, baby. Anyway,
transforming Decepticon.
Good call on that. But I think that is kind of like, the way I can put it to you is like this. You remember when Floyd was in that fight where the dude was clinching with him and the ref broke it up and they pushed him? And everybody said, "Bob, protect yourself at all times." I think that's kind of like Floyd's psychological.
Right. I was waiting for that.
And I see what you're saying. But I wasn't mad at Floyd for doing that because that's part of the business.
It's a strategy. It's a game plan. I
think that got to McGregor because he kept doing this. Right. And it made McGregor want to kind of do a UFC flip clinch. So look, I ain't mad at Floyd for doing it. He played within the rules and he used the rules. Used the rules against Scott.
I think they had their own rules.
Yeah.
That fight had their own rules.
Yeah, word.
It
was totally weird.
Yeah, they had their own because it's 6, 7, 8 times beating on the head, back of the head. That wouldn't have flew in any sanctioned GG. That won't happen next week.
Was that point taken at all? No. So
it wouldn't even. That's not gonna happen next weekend.
Yeah. No.
The real boxing fight.
Can't wait to see that Triple G.
The real fight next weekend. That ain't gonna happen.
No doubt.
Now again, that being split apart.
Pat, you still here?
Dude,
that
little foot and a half, 2 foot. That the ref did this, dude. That was. I was just waiting for Floyd to hit that Ortiz shot.
I jump in when I can.
Me too. And that goes back. No doubt. And that goes back to the word experiment. The ref didn't know what to get. Yeah. The ref didn't know what to get. McGregor didn't know what to get. Mayweather didn't know what he was going to get. The coaches didn't know what they were going to get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was a huge experiment.
Yeah, the ref never seen anything like that.
And everybody was kind of weary of what to do. Yeah. And you could tell, like, when you watch McGregor, what is so funny is, like, his style of boxing. Like, he was tap.
Yeah, he kept trying to move his hand. When you got your hand, you try to move my hand down. Yeah.
Like, getting his timing down. He kept tapping gloves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's... That
was weird for the ref too. He even used that old school boxing stance.
Even the stance was weird.
You know what's great about this?
Poncho's in the house. I want to let y'all know he's right here.
Yeah, you know what's great about this fight? We got 4 different people in this room, right? We got 4 different people in this room, right here. Each one of us have our own personal opinion on this fight and the way it went and the way it outlooks. So
we've heard that tonight,
right? So we got 4 people. We can have probably 8 people in this room, and everybody's had their own opinion on the fight, different opinions.
Which you
on how it went, how it could have went, if it was set up, if it was staged, if it was real,
and that's why it's nice to have this forum.
Was it boxing? Was it UFC? Was it?
That's why it's nice to have this forum because we break it down what people really want to know and say. Whether they not just comment on.
But again, we are interactive here, so we can have questions come in and state your opinion. So ask Paul.
We laying down a lot of ground right here.
When I said Floyd dancing, I didn't mean. I meant he led the fight. He let the fight come to him.
Usually he's dancing as far as people concerned back.
Yeah, that's not what I meant by dancing. What I meant was
he was the leader of the tango last night.
He let all right, come on, wait yourself out. Now it's a wrap.
Yeah.
he gassed him out. He gassed out on the 5th round. Yeah. But that's what I meant.
That's what he does. He did what he does best.
Do you think,
like, at the end of the day, he did what he does best?
I thought he done a little extra that he hasn't done before too. I've never seen him be offensive like that.
They could have took this to this could have been another level. They could have made probably 20. Let me get Dana
right for it now, so you can get a job with him as his PR
man. They probably could have made 20-25% on this fight.
How's that?
If there was a retired UFC fighter, I think it was Don Fry, if not, he called out Mike Tyson. He wanted to fight Mike Tyson on the card.
Fight.
Again, if you want to
remember that. It was a UFC guy.
You got to blow the size of a freaking
now, if you would have booked this card, UFC boxing, straight down.
Oh, like mixed
No,
McGregor. UFC against boxing.
UFC, right.
UFC, boxers against UFC fighters. Retired or not retired. And just make that card instead of boxing.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you watch the first 3 fights?
No.
I watched the second fight before.
Did you watch the
fight before?
Well,
we watched the Saints game.
We can go to the Saints.
Now, if it was Mike Tyson against Don Fry, or not Mike Tyson against Dan Henderson, Mike Tyson against Coleman.
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, I see what you're saying.
All fights are like
I would have Randy Couture, Don Fry, or Dan Henderson.
Because those are big names.
In the UFC world. Now, if you would have took any 3-4 of them guys and put them against Mike Tyson, fuck the Saints preseason game. You would have tuned into.
Oh yeah,
Mike Tyson. Right. Anything.
Now you take another guy, put him take a Big Silver, Anderson Silver.
No doubt.
Take Anderson Silver, put him against a boxer.
No doubt.
Take anybody against Lennox Lewis.
Let's go
put
back
Lennox
to your
Lewis back in the ring. Let Lennox Lewis fight a UFC.
Let's go back to your initial UFC point with Dana White or whatever. You said the UFC can't charge. UFC can't charge all that money because all the fighters involved. You get all them big names in one card. You have to pay $300.
We're talking about retired fights.
Yeah, no.
We're talking about retired against retired. We're talking about
what can I send him to come out retired?
Yeah, no shit.
Money. Mayweather's a draw. McGregor's the draw.
No doubt.
You got Mike Tyson on the card. Mayweather's not the draw.
I know y'all. I
mean, how much would you have paid to see that? I mean,
how much
would you would have sat there and watched the Saints preseason game? Mike Tyson's fight right now.
I'm a Saints fan. I don't watch preseason. So yeah, I would have watched.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
how entertaining could this really? How could a spectacle? How big an event?
Yeah, that experiment
really
could go that way. No doubt.
It just could have been all out. Now, there's kickboxers, there's boxers, there's they stepped into the UFC ring and became champions. Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey.
Boy, that was fucking awesome.
Is a kickboxer.
Yeah.
Right. That's all she does is kickbox. Comes in and knocks out the biggest, Dana's White, biggest money. Ronda Rousey was.
She didn't let Rousey get a hand. She didn't let Rousey get inside. She kickboxed fucking.
She put that fucking shit.
That was Dana's White's ticket before McGregor.
Yeah.
There was no motherfucking McGregor. It was Ronda Rousey, a woman, and that was it.
She got shattered, and he did
go.
And he coached the way out of it. Yeah.
Holly Holm come in and just waxed, and he didn't know. He'll tell you he didn't know what the fuck to do.
Wow.
He didn't know where to go.
I'm trying to wrap up the fight thing and probably go into the football thing, but let me just end. Well, not end it, but let me just say one point I wanted to make to it. I've been trying to express this to people for years, but it's been really, really hard for me to get this across. Like I said, my family's been in boxing for years. I grew up boxing. I used to fight. I didn't really fight good, but I used to train at the gym and Army and all that. Kenny Kane, rest in peace. You got all these 80s memories of the Tysons and maybe even what Foreman did in Holyfield. But then, like Paul was saying, the shimmer wore off on boxing for the last 20 years. But for me, it never wore off. I'm a Ring Magazine subscriber. I get Ring Magazine monthly. I follow every freaking boxing big match. I'll go through all the divisions. I know everybody. My little cousin Corey, shout out to you. We boxing freaks. We love it. For me, the sport never fell off. The fans fell off. And when you think about Tyson, we can talk about this another time. Right. Ain't nobody was fighting when Tyson was fighting. I'm not saying he would have lost to anybody, but he ain't had to fight nobody. And after him, the big stuff with Holyfield and Bo, all that shit, early middle 90s, it kind of went even with Lennox Lewis into the 2000s. It kind of wore off for fans. And UFC filled that void that the fans, because think about it, boxing never had no real media exposure other than the HBO and Showtime. You didn't have Friday night fights no more. Everybody don't subscribe to Ring Magazine like me.
So does this put? What if Benoit Hopkins got the ring?
That's what I'm saying.
With Nate Diaz.
Yeah, right.
One of the.
It can happen.
Benoit Hopkins would have to go
But
fight.
for me, boxing never fell off.
Just imagine.
For me, boxing's always been there, and I think that the fans just fell off. But I think this experiment that Paul mentioned helped out. It brought some people back to boxing because the Floyd did show that's a legitimate sport.
So are we tuning into next week's fight?
I'm fucking watching it with my fucking dick.
I'm watching it regardless whether this fight happened or not.
Goddamn right.
And then the winner of this needs to fight Andre Ward. This next fight coming up needs to come up and fight Andre Ward.
What Andre Ward? Isn't he?
He's super middleweight. These guys. Is he an Irishman or is he?
Floyd beat Alvarez.
Andre Ward's from.
I don't think Floyd was a face Triple G.
Well, Ward's usually an Irish name.
Yeah. Andre Ward's from local.
Anyway, I thought it was a great fight. I thought the experiment was fine.
I thought it was a success.
I thought the fight was a success all the way around.
Yeah. When I
say follow up,
I don't know because I'm kind of glad that McGregor didn't get embarrassed like he did because UFC would have been fucked up behind that.
Not with these two fighters. Is there a follow up with?
I don't think there's another kind of McGregor out there.
Is there another? Are we testing? Are we gonna?
I think it's only McGregor. If McGregor goes through the ranks, then yes.
It's got to be your best striker in UFC.
Exactly. Other than McGregor, I don't think you got nobody. So, all in all, what you thought? You thought there was a good situation? Did your fighter win?
I didn't have no dog in the I had no dog in the round.
What you thought about those? Let's go around the table and talk about what we think.
I thought it came out better than I thought it would. Me too. Like I thought Floyd was just gonna school him. I thought your boy did better than I thought he would.
The Juice chimed in and said, "Whoa, you out your mind."
I am out my mind.
Tyson was a monster that beat everybody. There ain't no heavyweight today that can fuck with Tyson.
I mean, Trevor Berbick.
Trevor Berg was an oil can. He was horrible.
Tyson
washed up Fury.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury can fight.
You're talking about Mike Tyson.
I'm talking about today. Yeah,
you're talking about Mike Tyson and Tyson Fury?
I don't think Tyson can hang with the Klitschko brothers. I'm just being honest with you. I love Mike Tyson, but he wasn't a boxer. He was a brawler.
You just don't have any great American.
Look, we can talk about this another time, Joe. And I agree with you. I love Mike Tyson, but you named somebody on his list that he fought that he won. The ones he fought that were good, he lost to. Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Buster Douglas. Come on. Who did he beat that was good? You name one fighter that Mike Tyson beat that was a legitimate contender. They ain't out there.
All right.
But I'm not saying he couldn't have. God damn it. Goddamn Mike Tyson was a goddamn murderer.
Well, we break
But his record doesn't show.
You got to break Tyson into two different categories.
Before cussing, after cussing.
There was pre-prison Tyson and there was post-prison Tyson.
Sure.
Pre-prison Tyson was the baddest thing boxing ever.
Yeah, and if they would have had legitimate contenders, he probably would have fucking knocked them out.
Small period of time.
So your defense, Jew, absolutely, I agree with what you're saying.
Then I like boxing. And
I am out of my motherfucking mind.
I'm a boxing fan because of Mike Tyson.
I was 35 last night.
Like, he was the first, he was Michael Jordan of boxing when I watched for me as a child.
In spite of what contenders he had. Yeah, right. But what you thought about last night?
Oh, yeah. What I thought about last night?
Yeah, more Tyson.
Well, I don't know. I think it was good. Like I said, I was happy when I got up the next day and I watched the press conference.
And then now after we all talked about it,
they talked about it like we're talking about it now. McGregor was he had a blast. I know.
Oh my God, he was gracious at the end. The only thing I didn't like was when he said, "Oh, he really don't hit that hard." But he wasn't an asshole about it.
Jerome, Mike Tyson's prime. All right, Mike Tyson's prime. Pat's box.
Now you're talking to a boxing purist. Right?
Are you gonna get in the fucking ring with Mike fucking Tyson?
Fuck no.
Are you even gonna entertain being a heavyweight fucking fighter?
I'm gonna be like Michael Spinks, nigga. I'm going down. And
so when you say,
even if it didn't hurt, look.
So when you say
money, where's my money?
So when you say Mike Tyson hasn't fought anyone, right?
Well, I didn't mean that much, but
yes. Who else? Who would you want Mike Tyson to fight?
Right. Well,
there was nobody out there for him to fight.
And you know
what he's saying.
And that should be
right. He's had the heavyweight renaissance.
I mean, one contender, second contender, third.
But when they did have somebody,
he knocked their fucking heads off.
That's not Tyson's fault that there was nobody to fight.
Exactly.
It was just they wasn't just getting in the fucking
Berbick, all of the call, whoever it was. Anyway,
Call Truth Williams.
Yeah, exactly. But right before Tyson went to jail, The fight with Holyfield was done. It was promoted. It was ready to go. Some people have the shirts that say Holyfield Tyson prior to his jail sentence. It was going down. That fight is debatable who would have won. I think Holyfield was in his goddamn prime at that point, and so was Mike. I think that would have been the defining moment of Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield's career. It didn't happen till later. When you look at it later, and I know you said that there's a pre-Tyson and an after Tyson. Well, Tyson was kind of like the same guy, except he was fucking mentally fucked up, like you were saying. And he really did good in those two fights, but Holyfield owned him. And I don't think it was that far removed from 3 years before for Holyfield. So, yes, when Tyson did have the legitimate boxers in front of him, he lost. Lennox Lewis.
You're right. So you're right. He didn't. He fucking lost.
And I love Mike Tyson. Oh my God! If he was sitting here right now, I'd be fucking kind of aggravated by saying that to him.
We got a couple. We got statements. We got the Jews said compared to Tyson, they all going to be suspect.
True.
And then Gregory Perez Jr. said number 12 is
he must be from the Parish, man.
He said no. Gregory Perez Jr. said you number 12.
Say, but your Uncle Melvin let me off a couple of times. What's up?
And then Herman and Amanda said, I'd fight Tyson any time.
Jesus, Lord in heaven.
I don't know. Herman and Amanda speaking. I don't know. I've never had a joint Facebook account, so I don't know if they're speaking. You know?
Well, guess what? You got a lot of balls, and you got a freaking nuts of steel to say that. Well, I wouldn't pay for that to watch right now.
Well, all right. So while we'll move on to Saints.
He just said like 3 words that started with W.
Let me run and get y'all drinks.
Hey, we got a personal freaking waiter in this bartender, baby.
All right, first thing I gotta say, this is one. I mean, let me just go here. The Saints defense, everybody.
Wait a minute, we going to football now?
Yeah, we're going to
holy
football.
Goddamn
we
shit.
gotta go to football.
It's still preseason, bro.
Yeah.
I'm down.
This is 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, everybody's like, the Saints defense, it looks so good. Do you think that the Saints offense is suspect after what you saw yesterday?
Right.
At all?
Who you talking to right now? Me or Pancho?
I'm talking to both of y'all.
I'm going to let you go first, bro.
You don't show your hand.
I'm just saying, I got to put it out there.
No, it's a great question. I'm fucking glad you
Not saying that I agree or disagree
with
anything.
That's your job. This is your podcast. Right. That's what you're supposed to do.
So, listen. So, Houston Texans came down, I believe, on Wednesday. All right? To New Orleans. They practiced Wednesday.
I was there. Shout out to Baby Dog. We went there together. My baby, I love you.
So, they practiced together. They know the hands there. They know each other's
hands.
Can
we every year they do this. They do this every year.
So they know each other's hands. So, are you going to come out here and show your hand to somebody been practicing all week? They know it. They come in and say, we're not going to show.
I was at those practices.
Yeah, we're not going to come out here. We're not going to show, but we're just going to run.
No, give me one of mine.
We're going to run basics. We're going to run. You know, we're not going to come out here and guns blazing. We're not having to prove. We've been practicing all week. Right? So, again, if you've been if you sport the same guy all week and you get in the boxing ring, you're going to know each other. So, you can't. There's no surprises, right? So, do you gauge?
So that was the vanilla side of it.
Absolutely.
So we all know what Breeze is going to do. Like we all know Mike Thomas and Willie Snead, and it's gonna come down to one play. We got
that's the sound of success.
It's the running backs and the receivers. The offense is there. That's been proven already.
It's going to be fun.
Since 2007.
I'm back, Andy. I know you missed me.
So you the man. Appreciate that. Preseason is that vanilla shit. No, that's all not.
I want to get my shine box, Ivy.
Preseason is that. Let's not show our cause. So if he asked anything about the offense, y'all ain't got to know nothing about the offense. Just know one thing. How many yards Drew Brees threw for in the last few years? 5,000, 5 times? He was the #1 quarterback last season. 37 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. The Saints had the #2 offense in the NFL. So we're not worried about our offense, preseason or not, okay? Now, you're talking about the defense right now. I don't watch preseason football. And when I do, it's only because it's on and I'm fucking bored and I ain't got nobody to fuck. So when I watch preseason football, I ain't paying attention. But I went to the practices and I go to the practices. I watched what they did against the Texans live in concert. I've seen a lot of people get to Drew Brees. I'm worried about their offensive line, blah, blah, blah. But as far as offense is concerned, defense. Now, we see what I didn't watch the Chargers game, but I did watch the highlights. And that's where people started. What you talking about, Paul, is this hype about, defense, Well, let me just scare you back. So I've been going to every practice the Saints went to this year because, hey, I'm a superstar. I got a press pass. From the beginning training camp, I'm watching the defense beat Drew Brees. And when Drew Brees is mad at the press conference, that's a good thing, because that means, goddamn, the offense is pissing, the defense is pissing him off. Oh, we didn't do too good today. Right. You doing that to Drew? That means I told you the numbers on the offense of the Saints. I told you the numbers on the quarterback himself. So good, let's bring up to the Texans practices. Dude, it was pretty what and what. I thought the Saints got the best of them in practice. Back to that Chargers game when people started to hype about our defense looking good when we had 8 sacks. Manti Te'o showing up. You guys we got from Arizona, Okafor, sack, three tackles for loss, a batted down pass, all within less than a quarter. Okay, and now you're talking about linebackers who Robinson is the only one that's going to start. Now you got Anzalone's a rookie going to start. You got Te'o, and you got the other guy.
He went down yesterday.
Te'o
went down yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
If you would watch preseason, you'd know that.
Well,
I got Paul for that. But anyway, but guess what? If we don't have him, we didn't have him last year. We got other people. We did good. We got Klein,
right?
Who's going to be the lead of that linebacking core. It is kind of like you saying not show your hand on offense, but defense in preseason is different. Defense,
man on man. I mean,
defense in preseason is we showing you what we're going to do because we have restrictions. We can't do this. We can't do that. And the defense has got to freaking feel itself out in preseason. So to have the Saints have such success, not against Cleveland, against the Chargers, and against the Texans, which I didn't really see last night. I don't really know much, so hopefully y'all clue me in. But when I seen a few posts on Facebook about how the defense probably was doing maybe as good as they did against the Chargers, to have 2 games in a row lined up with their defense with success where people are freaking noticing it is very encouraging, whereas if the offense was doing good, we already know. The defense doing good in preseason. I think the hype is legitimate. I think it's something that we need to hang our hat on right now. I don't care what happens in this last game. You give me that any measure of success halfway to what we had in these last 2 games, we're going all the way.
Again, we got
all the way.
Mr. Sports Guru.
Thank you.
He's got a radio station.
Well, shout out to Jew right here. Look, Jew, it's for you.
What channel?
What channel you doing?
You were supposed to be here today, Jay. Where you at,
I'm glad he's not here, bro, because I'm so hungry right now. I would be picking more than Cocoa Crisp without his beard. So, I know he's got other shit in there. So besides just Cocoa Crisp.
Jerome, so your radio station,
all right.
where we at with that?
We have to stick up. What I do is, I want to shout out to my boys right here. Thank y'all for having me. Y'all doing a great job here. It's freaking awesome. It's an honor to have these dudes holler at your boy to come do this because, hey, man, look, it's just respect, you know. WSLA, 1560 AM is a slide-out channel. It's the Sports Guru Show. We go on air from 10 to noon every Sunday. We call ourselves the New Saints Game pregame ritual. And we also live on Spreaker.com, the Sports Guru Show at Spreaker.com. And that's Spreaker, Spreaker. And we worldwide, baby. When I say we live, baby, we really live.
And soon to be what? Facebook Live.
Yeah, thank y'all. Yeah, because this is fun. I see myself. I know how pretty I am, and now I'm live for real.
Right. Catch the Guru. Just Jerome Combel.
I appreciate y'all, bro. I love y'all. Y'all check me out Sunday. We're gonna give these dudes a big shout out. We're gonna play your boys' music on the air, right. No doubt. Right. You know, so we're gonna do all that. And I know all my people's listening. I want to shout out Guru Nation and all y'all fans. I want y'all to listen.
Shout out to Tracy Evans, man.
Mr. Dan Rose. I never shouted out to Tracy.
No, we shouted him out.
You did shout out Tracy.
All right.
Might be a different
Mr. Dan Rose in the house. That's my co-host. I brought him from up to nothing to something. He's a big deal now. So if I couldn't do it without, you know what I'm saying? So
me and Tracy, I've known Tracy since 20 plus years.
So you from down the road too?
He's Mr. Down.
He's one here. Let's reiterate that.
Down the road to the motherfucking house, you heard me?
He made the down the road.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, that's one of y'all James?
No, it's his jam. That's it.
I
can't take credit from it. Yeah.
More camouflage than the National Guard.
There's
one ball right there. I tell you what.
Come on now.
I tell you what.
Video's coming out.
I am not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let everything else speak for itself at that point. Yeah, you know what that. We know what's up. But hey, Tracy, you repping down the road.
Yeah.
You keep doing it.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mr. Down the road, that's for real.
I told you.
I got one question for Jerome.
Talk to me.
You from St. Bernard?
Absolutely. Shout out.
We had this question from day one.
Yeah.
Where's the line from up the road to down the road?
The line from up the road to down the road is the motherfucking Murphy Hall.
Oh, good here.
When you here, man? When you see Ben's Pizza, you down the road.
Down the road. Hey, that's
it. When you see Marianne Trailer Park, you down the road, nigga.
Yeah, what's down the road? Down the road though. Where you from?
Down the road from down to down the road.
Where you on the road down the road? Where you from?
I grew up in Reese's place, which is, you know what Burger King is now? That used to be Vans Records. Where Bromont is now, it used to be Canal Villery. You go down across Canal Villery by Prime Sucker, 2 blocks either way, squared. I'm 2 blocks off of Dutch Burst. I'm 2 blocks off of Parish Road.
All right,
so down the road. So
I'm in the heart of Chalmette, dog.
Right, so I grew up in Plantation. You know what Plantation?
That's way down the road.
You gotta take a flight.
That's really not way down.
But that's what Tracy told me. Where I say down the road starts at Murphy Hall, Tracy says starts by
Valley Canal.
Thank you.
That's what he said. I know.
We're down the road now.
Called down
Let's hope.
Yeah,
I asked his question.
on that.
I asked his question.
But for up the road, down the road starts at Murphy Hall.
I asked him, if you pull out of Plantation, you hit St. Bernard Highway, you take a right. Where you going? He said, I'm going up the road.
No shit.
He says wherever you get in the car.
If I get in the car, I hook the left on Judge Press. I'm going down the road.
In theory, you're right.
If I go from Parish Road to fucking Jacob, I'm going down the road.
Yeah, down the road. But if you hit Jacob, you're still up the road.
I'm going down the road though.
You're going down the road, but if you hit Jacob, you're still up the road.
Right. You're talking about two totally different things. Down the road is a place, not a direction.
He's direction.
He's direction. You're calling out a direction.
And that's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Because if you ask Tracy, down the road is a motherfucking state of mind. You heard me?
Oh.
Hey. He understands down road.
Right.
Like only down road is understand down road.
I told Pancho and I told Pat that one of my driving factors of my show, one of the things that makes my show what it is the shout outs. You know what I'm saying? So when I start my show, I shout out at my people, this one, that's one. I'm going to shout out at Pancho. I want to shout out at Pat. I want to shout out at Paul. I want to shout out, because Tracy did the first time I get the mic. Yeah, I got Tracy Evans on the air. Tracy, what's up? How's you? Look what he did. He said, I want to shout out at all down the road.
You
know what I'm saying? So I thought that was gangster.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Life.
He meant all down the road.
It is. It's
from the oil refinery down.
Absolutely. Even though
Bartolo down.
Bartolo down. No,
but since we grew up since today, it's 2 different places, right? Oh, we still the same.
I don't think so.
We still state
of
mind.
For me now, I think St. Bernard Parish is a state of mind now. I think from the barracks to the end of the world is one now. Now, when I was growing up, it was a little different. It was a little different. Then you had different things. Like when I was a kid, we had gangs. Like you had the Dream Team was from down the road. The Death Squad was from fucking Villa. The Chalmette Mafia was from the heart of the parish. And me and my friends, they came after us. That was a whole different situation. But anyway, it was separate. Even when the brass came in, you had the Village Square people, you had the people from around Kingfish and all of that. They had but nowadays, I think it's all.
Everybody's united.
I think St. Bernard is a state of mind right now. Because now, when you say the parish, just like when my people was young, the parish is the parish, bro. I don't care what part of the state you in. You in Natchitoches, you in Shreveport, you in Lafayette. When you say the parish, you mean St. Bernard.
Don't forget Deuce side.
When we came up, it was the same thing. It was just different names. Like you had Village VSV, you had DRS, you had.
What was the little down the road car?
DRS.
Right. There you go. Which is awesome. What do you think about that?
You had all your different, same thing. And I remember my mother had actually told me, like, she knew it was going on because, she seen us going through it at that time. And she's like, man, that shit's been going on since I was a kid. Yeah. Right.
You know what's funny is, let me tell you, I'll tell you, I'm up the road down the road. When I was a kid, you talking about 1980, 83, 84, 85. By the time I was 1985, I was top-notch dog in the area. We used to hang out at Park Chenier, which is right behind the police joint, right? And we used to ride.
Y'all had some fun.
We used to ride. Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. We used to ride around in a circle in a park like this from 9 o'clock at night till midnight when they run us off. Maybe 2 o'clock they might let us stay. But during that course of time, you had a store right there. Was that Jean Lafitte?
Yeah, right across the house.
Store, right? Look at what we do. We start off at the store. I walk in there, grab a 12-pack in each hand, and walk out the door with it, right? Yeah. And we go from there to the Charter. The Parish Road Miro Food Store, to the Charter down there by Jewinville, and we go all the way down the road, all the way back up the road, up the Parish on Just Perez, and we steal beer from every store. So that tied in up in the road to down the road for me, stealing beer from everywhere at one time. I'm just like,
right.
Shout out to KRS-One.
But anyway, yeah, right.
We could talk about that a whole. I remember.
No, but I'm saying I always was a St. Bernardian. But I was never up the road, down the road guy.
But if you ever
I went to AJ.
But Tracy kind of brought me back to when I started hanging with Tracy, he'd be like, I say we Shal Mason. He be like, I ain't no motherfucking Shal Mason. I'm from down the road. You know what I'm saying? So,
but again, we all used to go to the quarters. But we were reunited. We would go to the quarters.
That's where you. Yeah,
and it was St. Bernard against Ghetto. St. Bernard against
I was going to
St. Bernard against Smetters. St. Bernard against the West End.
Like once you cross the barracks, then it's like
everybody's on the same team.
Yeah.
But then once you
go on the other side of the barracks, you was
right. And then it's like they talk shit about Parish, so we had to click.
Well, let me just say right now, my fucking mama told me when I was a kid, I'm talking 1973, white flight, baby. We lived in the night ward. My mama said, son, because let me tell you something. When I was in kindergarten at George Washington School on fucking St. Claude across from Nichols, I was the only little white fella in the school. And I think I might have went to school for 2 weeks. And it was fucking chaos. Like, I was in fucking, like, oh my God. My mama told me, son, I got us a house in the country. And we're talking about St. Bernard Parish. So back then, it was gone.
She was getting you out of that situation.
It was a big deal, bro. So I love St. Bernard. I'm fucking glad that I'm from here. And I will always rep Shalmation Nation and STB for life. You heard me?
We are St. Bernard's first interactive podcast. So we still got some time left on our hands.
Yeah.
If you do have any questions for Paul.
You got a fan?
Leo Spadoni?
That's my little cousin.
Jerome. Hey, I know Spadoni.
Myself.
Craig Spadoni's in the house. Punch up.
Leo's Higgnz drive material.
Higgnz drive.
I got some
Caucasians. Yeah, that's you.
That's some Higgnz drive material down there.
I fucked the hot chick on Higgnz.
Roy Campbell watching.
There ain't no pretty girl in Higgnz drive.
I'm talking about 1987.
What's up, Roy?
Roy was in our video.
Maybe I got the last one.
Look, if you're scared of Higgnz, don't go to Higgnz drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're scared of Higgnz, don't go to Higgnz drive. If you want to catch that green,
ain't nothing high there.
Catch the green, don't go to Green Street, dog.
Yeah,
if you want to catch that fucking shit, don't
you
go to
get
Green
your roast
Street.
beef sandwich at the Green Store, man. That's
I fucking chick on Green Street.
And look, if you go past Green Street, you get the kingfish from the back.
When you got
King
here,
bird, I mean.
You were telling us about your band.
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about your band, because we didn't really get into it outside. That's why I wanted to wait for that.
Man, look, me and my little brother, we started rocking out, jamming out. Like, I've been a rocker my whole life. My first band I was in was 1985. I was in high school. I couldn't sing. I didn't have a good singing voice, but I knew all the words to all the songs. You know what I'm saying? So, Holy Terror, which morphed into Nuclear Crucifixion, which turned into Solid Motherfucking Green. Shout out to Solid Green. My fucking biggest gig I did was in '85. Dude, the whole fucking school came out. Mr. Warner, the principal, the teachers. And I came in, we had a BMW.
Dude, I was 5 years old, man.
It was the Strutters Fest. Y'all know about the Crawfish Festival, right?
Right.
But back then they called it the Strutters Festival. Because remember the Strutters? Anybody remember the Strutters?
Oh, yeah.
Used to walk in the parade.
I heard they're coming back.
Oh, my God. I'll be there. Like I said, I told you, been juggling out the fight, but juggling out the Strutters too. But anyway, my first gig was at a scout house at Rebel Motherfucking Park. And I did so good, like keeping in time with the lyrics. I couldn't sing good, but we did all the songs of the day, and then we did the Strutters Fair. I lost my job to a chick who could sing better than me. But anyway, after that, I just kept writing my own music, and it wasn't until 2004, 2005, me and my little brother got a band together. We wrote 13 songs, and we played at the High Ho Lounge. We did the Warehouse, which is what now over there?
We did the High Ho Lounge.
We did the Levy, yeah.
We did the High Ho?
Yeah, we did the High Ho. They got a good sound system there.
Mr. Warner is still kicking today.
Yeah, right?
He
can't seen us, yeah.
Yeah.
God bless his fucking heart. But anyway, when we did our gig at the High Ho, I was so hyped up because I wasn't a great singer, but nobody could sing my lyrics like I wanted to. Like if I said my song goes like this, you say a high, I'll take you higher. Somebody would try to sing it a little different than that. I was like, I'll just sing it. Go ahead. So anyway, but when I did the High Ho gig, they had a great PA system, and I wasn't fucking trying to scream over the fucking band no more. Right. And I thought it was great.
A good spot.
So we did that, and since then we fell off. We lost our spot at the Fountain Blue, and then we kind of fell off. But anyway, I got this hot ass guitar player who is the baddest motherfucker from back in the day, Ronnie fucking Snow. He's a fucking legend, bro. I got him back. We just wrote some fucking badass songs. One of them's called Trick and Dixie. And the last one I wrote, check this shit out. I came out the bedroom the other night. I had a writer's block, right? I came out the bedroom. He's sitting on the sofa. I couldn't see him. I came out the bedroom. I said, check this out, nigga. I said, hey, Rob, I didn't know she could binge like that on her hands and on her knees. And that was it. It came from that, right? You know, because you fuck with a bitch. And when you find out a bitch can binge like that,
wait. Do I see a collaboration right here?
Yeah.
Do I see something coming right here?
That's
like Aerosmith. Do I see something like that?
Oh, like Walk This Way, but that way.
Jay-Z, Linkin Park.
No,
is that something coming right here?
always ready.
Well, talk about that.
The Jews used to always say, when you going to be singing your rock lyrics? So I'm like, nigga, you ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Jew's a rapper, bro. But he's got a rock voice. I've been asking him to do this kind of shit with me.
The Jew says she likes to binge.
Yeah, right. Say that then. But you know, and the next verse went, like, I didn't know she could binge like that, but my next verse said, I always knew I could swing like that. Like, fuck, you think you bad, bitch? Fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, check out how the chorus goes up. She's a coke teaser. Her daddy didn't teach her how to go along for the ride. She learned it all on her own in the bleachers. She got a little on the side. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you got to have, when you rock and roll, you got to have
a real life experience, right?
Absolutely.
So this ain't no fake shit. Like
no doubt. I cannot make this shit up.
This ain't no dream shit.
I can't make this shit up, but I got one last run in me. I'm going to be 50 on Thursday.
I'm going to tell you what,
something. I'm going for the gold.
We got the hookup. We got a spot for you free to play.
Hey,
we got a venue.
Yeah, we got
the venue to put your product out there.
See, I'm so fucking happy right now. I feel
I
like I got the Cheetos cat right now.
We got a spot right here. We're going to have a collaboration on the dial.
Well, look, I quit smoking. He ain't got a light right now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, I quit some
other smoking now.
I quit some other things, you know what I'm saying? That has always hindered me from doing my creative skills. And right now, I'm ready like a motherfucker to fucking lay my nuts down. So let's do this shit.
I can tell you.
Leo said happy birthday. I don't know whose birthday it is.
It's going to be mine on Thursday.
All right, happy birthday. Yeah.
Appreciate it, dog.
I'm going to put this
Shout out to the Virgos.
and we can do this live on the air. We're not going to get too deep into it, but I can tell him, and he knows. I told him I don't need rappers no more because that's what I do.
Musicians.
I'm looking for musicians. I'm looking to venture off. I'm looking to do every other genre of music except
wide open. Yeah, you're right.
So that's how you
cool,
just
bro.
Educated me on something. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, bro.
It's a full circle right here. From what we do, what y'all do, to a full circle to music. So y'all have probably more shit in common than most people.
The last song before I wrote Binge Like That, I came out with a song called Trick and Dixie. Y'all ever seen, I don't know if y'all ever seen it, it's a very iconic sticker that's been on Bourbon Street for years. It's a sticker, it's a picture of a guy. He's only against one of them Bourbon Street light poles and he's got a brick in his hand like that. Yeah. No, he's not a jester, but it's just a drunk dude with a hat like this. He's leaning, so it says Bourbon Street. Well, anyway, I always thought that was kind of like how I felt, like it was a state of mind. So I always thought, you know, you got a guy named Alice Cooper, and you got a guy. So I always thought I was going to be named Trick Dixie because I'm always tricking Dixie. Because let me tell you something, trick is a state of mind too. It is tricking if you got it, and I'm not scared to spend money for no pussy. You hear me saying? So check this out. I wrote this song called Trick and Dixie, and I ain't gonna fucking bore y'all with all the details because I got verse 1, I got verse 2, and verse 3 goes like this. It says, "Look, I touched down Bourbon Street. I heard she's looking for me. I got beef, and she needs me. We're gonna have to see. I got a friend who likes to tangle all up in your hair. Well, in that case, I'm obligated. I'm already there because I'm electric Dixie. And I'm electric Trixie. I'm tricking Dixie tonight."
Oh, that's
bam! That's how that's gonna go.
That's live. That is live, baby.
And I'm gonna fuck with y'all for the rest of that shit.
We got a hook company. He needs a league. We get started with.
And that goes out to the motherfucking Jew. You heard me?
Jew said San Francisco showing out against the Vikings. Like,
who gives a fuck about preseason? hey, you want to say the word Vikings? How about we say this? AP gonna shit on them motherfuckers come Monday night, week 1.
Dude,
that's what I'm talking about. Can we fucking talk about the Saints now?
Yeah. We can go back.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
How sick is that?
Well, NFL preview. We just like
when I had put it out probably 3 weeks.
What you talking about right now?
AP. I put it out 3 weeks before AP. So I said, how sweet would it be if we kick ties on AP? And that was my favorite. I can pull that Facebook post up. If we kick ties on AP, and people said, "Oh man, he's washed up and he's that and this and that." AP is a different dude. That is a different.
This is not the dude that had 1.9 points yards to carry last year.
This is a AP.
I went to every practice. I'm watching him, bro. I see what he's looking like.
He's a man on fire, dude. He's got something to prove.
And you got the first game against your other team. You know,
he's not.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to mention. I got a ride coming. Let me just holler at my people out there. Y'all all know Starren Aaron. He's here to pick your boy up. But guess what? Make yourself at home. They got to be in the fridge.
Yeah, pass me one while you're.
Hey, you know what, Starren Aaron? You can work as a fucking waiter right now. Not only my ride, but you can pass these.
You're on your own for a second. Tell everybody.
You can't say enough about AP, brother. You cannot say enough about him. So When I seen what he looked like, in practice, his physicality, the way he's doing things, he don't look like, let's talk about 32-year-old running backs. They usually fall off when they get to that 1,500 carry. When you got 1,500 carries in your career, you usually fall off. Sean Alexander. We can go down the list of all these people who were good and they weren't good at the 1,500 carries. Yeah. After 32. AP is not that guy. What happened?
Well, I'm going after the man. AP is a legend.
Fucking Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
No
right?
fucking doubt.
How do you say no, AP? We're not gonna sign you for what?
$3 million.
$3 million.
$7 if he gets his incentives.
Now he's coming off a vengeance right now, right?
Look,
cut it. The Vikings cut him. Man, we done with you, right?
They don't know how to fuck with him anyway.
Cut him. Let him go.
Since Brett Favre, he ain't had a team.
Now he does have his recent past. What he done? I don't agree with that. You know?
Yeah. Hey, that's personal.
All right. Now, so
but we talking about on the fucking field.
On the field, when AP puts up numbers this year and he's running, he don't run around people.
He goes down the fucking hole.
He's running over people.
And what happens if he gets in that fucking defensive linebacker area? That's that second gear. You ever seen the second gear?
When he's running towards you, motherfuckers are moving out the way.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like when I'm with Gary Vanette in the pit, they get out of his goddamn way.
Yeah.
In the fucking mosh pit. What's up, GB's in the house, my best motherfucking friend. Anyway, yeah.
Shout out to Leo Spadoni, man.
Leo Spadoni's in the motherfucking house.
What's that? We got,
thank you for the happy birthday.
We got a whoa and we got a woo on the house.
Oh shit.
Woo's in the house.
What Perry calls me? Woo?
Woo. You know what other woo?
No, my best friend Perry calls me Woo.
Stephen Mosberg.
No. Oh, Big Woo, Big Woo. Hey, Big Woo. Hey, I've been avoiding you on your phone calls and you texts because I've been fucked up doing my thing. But Big Woo, you in the motherfucking house.
I know Big Woo.
Yeah, Big fucking Woo, man. You big sweaty ugly motherfucker.
We got Little Woo and Big Woo.
Yeah, wait, you got Little Woo?
Yeah.
Hey, all right, cool.
Oh, you a call. I'm Big Woo.
Big Woo's in the house.
I'm a fucking 6'4".
Let's talk about AP, bro.
I'll take about AP.
Because I'm gonna let y'all know a couple motherfucking things. Come on, Paul.
And I'm going to get into it like that.
Hey, Stan, thank you for coming, brother.
I'm going to start off by trying to be all scientific and shit. I'm going to let you know.
That's where the Drake champ.
What grade you got in science?
Fuck, I suck at science. But let me go here and just say that the human body, bro, is your chemistry, my chemistry. Everybody's got a different chemistry.
Physiology,
like, everybody's fingerprint is different.
Sure.
Like, not one the same.
Sure.
People are passing negative judgment on AP based on their science.
Are you fucking serious,
Thanks a lot, Leo.
AP
are you fucking serious?
is the only person who knows really how he feels right now. And the only way we're going to know for sure what he's about is when he shows it on week 1.
And ain't it great that he's going against this other team?
He's going to...
Because of the fucking whole situation. Like, y'all don't need me no more.
Y'all
don't need me no more.
The only way he's not going to go ham on him is 2 reasons. Is unless Sean Payton don't let him
that
go.
Ain't going to happen.
Or they put so many in the box that Breeze is going to throw him 600.
I dare you to do that shit. I wish y'all would do that shit.
If fucking Ingram gets 5 touches and Kamara gets 5 touches, they're fucking lucky. In the first game.
Okay, now check this out.
In the first game. If they get
I thought that too. But think about it like this. In the NFL, when you game planning, NFL is the main thing, and I've been sliding the scale all night. I love this game.
It's all right, man. Look, it's not nice.
That's
nice and smooth.
In the NFL, you game plan week to week. Now, you got the whole offseason to watch film and game plan. But when you come to weekly game plans, they expect AP to get the ball all night. What if Sean Payton gives it to Mark Ingram the whole night?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That'd be a Belichick type move.
And it is.
It's a smart
But
thing to do.
if they do give it to AP the whole night, I guarantee you AP gonna motherfucking shine. He's gonna shit on them people. Bro.
Well, here's another deal. We could talk about Mark Ingram.
I'm not a hater, bro.
I'm
not a motherfucking Ingram hater.
No, I think Adrian Peterson is going to make Mark Ingram a better running back.
I think so, too.
And then you got the
Thank
rookie.
you for saying that, Paul, because I wasn't in the mood to argue with you. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got the rookie coming behind him.
Motherfucking Kamara looks like a bad motherfucker.
I'm saying?
What a great fucking pick at number fucking 3.
They are stacked at running backs. They stacked at
receiver. And I mean nigga with us in the deal with them.
Like Dad
with
Lewis.
The 8.
Your boy,
nigga.
the little young guy that keeps shining, fucking Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
Tommy Lewis, 87. God forbid he don't make the roster, but it's a tough roster.
Tommy Lewis.
He's making a roster.
He's gonna
No. Wait, who's our top 5 receivers? What you talking
We so deep at receiver that this guy.
Got Michael Thomas.
Yeah, you making a point about running backs.
I'm sorry.
I'm going the weapons, bro. We have more offensive weapons at receiver and running back. Young and talented.
That's gonna help Breeze because everybody's all over it. Breeze got 3 more years in it if we could get that.
I'll tell you what. I got a question. You got the pass. You see, what's the line looking like right now?
All right, let me tell you something. We watched the Texas practice. Me and Baby Doll. What's up, Baby D, with your big fucking titties? Against the Texans, it was suspect. But you going against Bob Clowney and other motherfuckers. And you also got the guy we picked, Ramsey. He's a little injured.
Yeah.
But we got that dude from Detroit. We got another guy right there. The line is better than it was last year. Thank motherfuckers God.
You got Armstead, you got Pete, you got Ramsey.
And look, you know what they call him Pete right now? MVP. He sucked the last 2 years, let's be honest.
He's balling right
But
now.
he's been looking fucking good. And I'm talking about, I've been to every practice.
You know what?
Andre Pete is MVP right now. So, yes, the offensive line, it's still suspect because we haven't seen him live preseason, notwithstanding. We're going to have to see week 1 what they're going to do. But I think what you're talking about on paper, they look better.
You know what?
And that's got to be Ramsey being healthy.
I mean,
that's got to be our first round draft pick being healthy.
If we don't win,
he's got to be there.
If we don't win at the line of scrimmage,
no matter who we got talent-wise.
Right. That's
on both sides of the ball.
But before we go on the other side of the ball, I got to tell you, Pete and the other guys have been pushing motherfuckers off the line. That's why motherfucking Kamara was able to make a 50-yard run. That's why Bucky was able to do this in the middle of the field. The offensive line's been looking for it's suspect for the pass protection. But for
hang on, we got viewer questions.
Anyway, strong rush, finally a pass rush. You know, so we getting sacks in the preseason. I mean,
Sheldon Rankins
he looked good.
Shown up.
He looked good, bro.
He showed up last year.
Cam
Jordan might not showed nothing yet, but goddamn, he don't need nothing to prove nothing. Okafor showed something.
So what do we have the linebackers, right?
The linebackers, like I said, if Ben Tateo's out, that's a big deal.
Where's Stephon at?
I was hoping Manti takes over.
Stephon Anthony's got his fucking head because he just does not grasp the defense.
He don't get it.
He didn't get it with Rob Ryan, but Rob Ryan let him stay in there. When Dennis Allen took over, Kikaha was lost in the fucking coverage. He had to fucking sit
down. So he's a bust. That's a bust.
No. It's been a year and a half now. Kikaha's getting the fucking message right now.
They couldn't block Kikaha.
He's catching off. Stephon Anthony has been a bust. I mean, the thing about Stephon Anthony with his raw talent, he's not getting the motherfucking playbook. That's why you're not hearing him as a starter. Right now you got Anzalone, you got Stupo, not Stupo because he's hurt now. The Teo, and you got the guy from Klein, and you got whatever the fucking top 4 running back. The linebackers are Stephon Anthony's not in the picture because he can't.
So he's done. He's pretty much.
No, I wouldn't say done because he's got such raw talent, but he's a plug-in.
So,
but cornerback wise,
he's a relief back.
Bro, he's looking fucking good.
He's a relief
back. It's a goddamn shame because he's so fucking good.
Send your Saints and NFL questions, everybody.
All right, so can we talk? So we talking football right now. We had prime draft
fantasy football.
Before you go there, let's continue to talk about the Saints. Before we go there,
let's
good. We talked about the defensive line because look, we ain't got to say nothing about the motherfucking offense, right? Can I get a little bucket for that for the Saints offense? Saints offense. So let's talk about it. We talked about that defensive line. We talked about the linebackers. Let's talk about the cornerbacks. That has been the bright spot of the motherfuckers.
Right, yeah.
Let me tell you something. Dennis Allen changed the culture of his defense this season. When the beginning of the training camp, he said, fuck that bullshit. We press coverage, man on man. Fuck that fucking zone. So now you got PJ, you got Crawley, you got fucking Devontae Harris.
Lattimore.
You got Lattimore was hurt for the last 2 weeks.
Lattimore said,
but that motherfucker is a bad motherfucker, whether he was hurt or not. So you got those guys.
Oh, he looked good yesterday.
You got Raphael Bushback.
He wants people to test him.
And this is going to be.
He showed up yesterday.
This is going to be. The linebackers and the defensive line notwithstanding, this defensive backfield has shown me a lot in practice.
Von Bell.
And, oh my fucking God. Von Bell looks like motherfucking Ronnie Lott.
Right, yeah,
as far as leadership and as far as what he's doing, where he's plugging in. And then you got Kenny Vaccaro with a motherfucking chip on his shoulder who is not
think. They're going to line him up everywhere.
I don't think Kenny Vaccaro is going to let nobody show him out this year.
No.
He had his southpaw strong. Last year he came on strong.
Sammy Knight recoordinated?
No, that's better.
Yeah.
Sammy Knight.
So the Saints defensive backfield, y'all got this. That's going to be The saving grace.
That's where we hurt. We hurt bad.
Yeah, the 31st in the fucking league last year. 32nd the year before. Fuck.
I'm a throwback. At what point in time do we go back to Dome Patrol? When did we bring that back?
It's gonna be a minute.
When that mentality.
Quite there yet.
That mentality. We bring back.
You know what? If they establish that stuff like that in week 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe so. But you give me last year we had 31st.
Do we need to bring Ricky Jackson back? Do we need to bring Vaughn Johnson?
Right.
We
don't have those kind of, we don't have that kind of talent.
We don't have that kind of talent right now. So we need to bring them back into the locker room and have that mentality.
It almost feels that way.
Right?
But we could conjure those spirits. Because check this out. 2 years ago, 32nd ranked defense in the league. Last year, 22nd ranked defense, 77th ranked defense in the league. You give me the 15th ranked defense this year, and with the running backs we got, if we could go from 18 to 10, motherfucker, what?
All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to the number one question. What is the record?
I say Saints 10-6, but if we go, check this out. I'm going 10-6, but if the Saints shit on Minnesota, which AP's gonna motherfucking do, right? And then I got tickets. Thank you, Dave DiMaggio. You in the motherfucking house to go see the Patriots. To see the Patriots at home against Saints, who we owe, motherfucking. Do y'all remember in 2011? When we fucking sat motherfucking Tom Brady on the bench? You remember that shit? Belichick sat him on the bench in the third quarter.
Let me tell you, can
we owe them. If we come out 2-0, we going 12-4.
I'm only gonna.
If we come out 2-0, we going 12-4.
12-4.
I'm only gonna
10-6 if we 1-1. We winning that Minnesota.
I'm only going to briefly touch on that day. They played them on my birthday. I was sick. In the Dome.
It's a Monday night.
The fucking Monday night game. Dude, I was sick as a dog. I had the fucking flu.
Shout out to the Air Force, man.
Let me tell you something. After a joint in 1/4 of that game, they knocked my I was done. My cold was gone, bro. It was my birthday too. I'm sorry.
That's that medicine.
On my birthday.
That's that medicine.
On my birthday.
That was around MMIX. Yeah. That was around
MMIX.
It
was 2009.
Yeah. Belichick sat that motherfucker down and said we good.
Shout out to Jonathan Cordon. It was me and him. We watched the game. I was sick as a dog.
Yeah.
I was, bro. By halftime, I was relieved because of how they played.
This is like the Kennedy shoot. Like where you went with Kennedy
in 09.
I was in section 641.
Where were you fucking
February 7th. I was in Miami.
What the fuck does that mean? You in the fucking dog? What?
No, section 641.
Oh, in the Dome.
Yeah.
I was
watching that Monday night game.
I was talking about a prison cell.
I went to the Super Bowl. I attended the Super Bowl in 2009 in Miami.
Hey, wait, what we told Miami, we bringing out Gold Cups.
I can pull out my wallet and show you a ticket.
I wish you would right now from Facebook Live.
I got in Miami.
I wish Facebook Live
was that Miami game when they fucking were losing.
No,
in the Super Bowl.
Oh, we came back and won that game down in Charlotte for the game. Anyway,
I got a ticket from Miami on South Beach for selling the 18-inch bats that said "Bring the wood."
Yeah, I got one at the house.
I got 40 of them at the house. If you want one, I got them.
Hello.
I got them.
I had the official one.
Louisville, it officially.
Remember Reggie carried it out that night against the Cardinals?
I got it.
Yeah,
Reggie Bush,
Listen, I
Bring the wood.
That was the night we gave Deuce McAllister who says honorary.
That's where I was. Section 641.
I paid $1,350. $1,350.
Yeah, you're right.
Shout out to Paul Rogers.
Hello, Paul Rogers. Paul Rogers in the house.
Yeah. No, he gave me them seats. I don't know if he's in the house.
For a ticket to I paid $1,350.
Hello.
For a fucking ticket to go watch the Saints in the Super Bowl in Miami.
Yeah.
Now, I bought it from a Colts fan, so when the interception had happened,
he was on the Colts side.
I was on the Colts side.
Oh, yeah, it was.
When Tracy Florida caught it, I was on the right side. I was looking down the right numbers. He caught it on the left numbers and ran this way.
It's like he's right there now.
I was there. Listen, when I was fucking there.
You got it. Dude, that was a moment.
Listen, I was so happy.
I have a question.
I
have a question. That pick 6 and the pick in the NFC Championship game, does that make Tracy Porter an automatic Saints Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. That's a stupid question.
And that Saints defense that particular year, 09 under Greg Williams, was so exciting. They had, 18 picks, 7 or maybe 9 for a touchdown. It was incredible to watch.
No.
So if we get anywhere near that this year, we're going to the Saints are going to be a team nobody wants to see. They got their playoffs in 2017.
If they that good, right? If they that good.
A football coach at 8, 7, 9, 8, 10, 11 years. However, to you, 30 years old in the NFL,
right.
You are taught to knock the quarterback's head off. That's number
I
one.
played reverse sales. We used to get stickers on him.
Not his head off.
Right there.
Break his legs. Break him down.
Well, you look at
Kill
college
him.
football. You look at Ohio State.
That's conspiracy.
Now, today's in the liberal world, that's don't do that.
Cam Jordan.
You're going to hurt.
Fucking Cam Newton, that pussy-ass motherfucker.
So
say,
I
feel my life's in danger, you bitch-ass motherfucker.
So then this whole bounty thing. Now, it came about on hurting the quarterback. You've been taught that from A1, from 5, 6 years old. You've been taught.
You give me 10,000. Fall on the ground. Fall on the ground. We retired falls.
Was it illegal?
You fuck
no.
I ain't seen no goddamn flag. Fuck.
Oh, what the breath?
No. Anything. That's not illegal.
It was a conspiracy against the state of Louisiana. It was a conspiracy against the city of New Orleans because they did not want to see us have the Super Bowl at home in the fucking city.
You go in the ring with a snake and cut his head off.
If you don't think about it.
Oh, yeah.
The whole world would have been like, wait a minute, they get to drink like that? We want to do that.
Look, you go in the ring with a snake and cut his head off. He can't bite you. Right? You go in the ring, you chop off the head.
What up, JT? What up, Shy?
Let's go back to 2017 because I'm going to get pissed off if we keep talking about the conspiracy shit.
But again, I was there, so greatest. Now, are we close to that? Are we going back to that?
No, we're not close to it, but let me tell you where we are. Where we are right now is we got that motherfucking offense, and it's a better offense than we had in 09. It's a better offense than we had yet. This is the best Saints offense you're ever going to see. When you tell me this, fuck Cooks. Let me tell you about Cooks. Cooks got a big fucking pussy between his legs. If you're going to fucking complain about not catching the ball against the Rams where he's got 52 points with all the weapons Drew Brees has got, you're going to go in the locker room and talk about, oh, I didn't get the ball? Bitch, get the fuck out of my motherfucking face. I don't care what he does with goddamn New England. And I bet you he don't shit on us in the dome. I bet you he don't shit on us. And if he does, we're going to outscore him. Hopefully.
I'm
good with not having him.
Bro, he was
because of his fucking attitude.
Well, this is what I want to say. He was probably in
a
position where he was like triple teamed and fucking like they double covered him. And
somebody else gonna be open.
Right, and it left the rest of the
You're gonna go in a locker room and talk about I didn't get the ball enough.
He may even be a reason. What? He may be a reason why we was 40. Why we burgered him in the first place.
Motherfucking ain't right. Well, guess what? Fuck him. Let's talk about that receiver call with y'all. You think Tommy Lee Lewis is going to make the team, Pancho? I don't know. Who's our receiver?
I think he should.
Who's our receiver? Who's our receiver?
Well, top three is Steve, Ginn,
the top three.
He's a fucking football player. No, I tell you, he's a fucking football player. You find this. You find another position.
And that's what I said the last 2 years. But, okay, that's a great point, Paul. So let's see where can he fit in. Michael Thomas.
Willie Snead.
Ted Ginn Jr. Come on.
BC.
Coleman's got to make the team. He hasn't caught the ball out.
Right.
That's number 4. Is Tommy Lee Lewis number 5?
Is Tommy Lee Lewis number 5? LSU boy number 5?
Who else? Who else we got?
Duval's up there.
No, I like you boy from LSU, but he ain't caught the ball a lot in training camp.
Right.
The fast guy, Dorial.
No, he's not.
Dude, and the fact that what you saying, found a good football player, Tommy Lee Lewis did this 3 years in a row in training camp.
That's
in
what I'm
preseason.
Saying. And when he made the roster,
he could be that motherfucker.
He is our Pierre Thomas, right? Remember Pierre Thomas making plays in preseason? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he's that guy.
Yeah.
He deserves his shot.
I just named them all, and I think I got a 5th spot open for fucking Tommy Lee, motherfucker.
I think
as a receiver. And if he don't make the receiver, find
he
a spot.
Looked good.
Find a motherfucking spot for
whenever he did make the roster on game day during the season, he made plays then. You know what I'm saying? He's
such a gamer. He's such a gamer.
Yeah, right. He makes plays.
And what about the fact that AP? They talk about AP can't catch. Jesus fucking Christ! I watched him in practice.
That dude's a fucking.
The dude can do everything. He can do everything.
Your Breeze is gonna put it right.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine going against the Saints defense? You gonna try to put 8 in the box? You haven't seen anybody do that against Drew Brees?
Nah,
it ain't gonna happen. So you got to deal with Adrian Peterson going through the middle. And let's talk about our running backs. Who we got? We got AP. We got motherfucking
Okay, and we got your rookie.
We got Kamara. Wait, then we got Lasco. Then we got Cadet. That's 5 badass.
You know what's gonna make this so beautiful?
We looking fucking good.
You know what's gonna make this beautiful is that they're not gonna have to lean on AP. This is the first job he's ever had where he doesn't have to be the guy.
Exactly. Even when he had fall, he was still the focal point of that offense. Yeah,
he still have to be the guy.
Yeah. And when you think about it too, like all this talent we got on offense, and I mentioned about how great our offense has been recently in the recent past. When you look at what could potentially happen, and when you look at the 2 running backs, a lot of people, it's weird about the Saints community. You got half these people saying, "Oh, AP's going to be the man. Mark King was gonna have to find another job. Mark King was gonna ride the bench, and here I am on my slide scale again. But how about this? How about you got two great fucking
coexist,
and they both gonna be fresh every fucking drive.
Right.
Every drive. You got these two motherfuckers, plus the other three we mentioned.
Right.
Right.
So you got they back in '58 when LSU won the national championship, they called it the Chinese Bandits. Because you always had somebody fucking fresh going in the motherfucking game. Now, come to playoffs, I'm riding AP.
I get Fournette.
I think that's, to be honest with you, I think that's what they want.
And it's
like,
gotta be
in a perfect world, like that's what they want. Like,
and look,
like,
and that's not taking nothing away from Mark Ingram. Let's talk about
but AP deserves a ring.
He does.
Leo Spadoni, hit us up with your Saints prediction, man.
Come on,
you've been hanging with us all night.
Shine my cousin. She said.
That's right. I always forget that. Look, Shine, let me tell you something. Whenever fucking Shine needs a motherfucker whoop somebody's ass, she hollers at Poncho. So straight up, that now I'm crazy about that. Because let me tell you something. Sugar Shine, you my number one, bitch. You heard what I'm saying? Straight up.
And if you need a bitch ass whooping, you call
what? That bitch will whip your ass and mine.
This is what you want.
If we slipping.
Shy about it.
Shy about it, nigga. And she's fine like a motherfucker. You heard me?
In a perfect world.
I fucking love you, Sugar Shine.
In a perfect world, you want each of those three running backs.
Shout out to Sean.
Like we could put this into a number scenario. You want Adrian Peterson to get like right under 1,000. You want Ingram 700-800. You want the other guy to have 500.
You know what me and my boy Byron Parnell were talking about? My boy BP, the cash check in the mail. You're looking at the Saints offense right now that the stats that Drew Brees has potentially notwithstanding. You looking at possibly having 3 running backs with 1,000 all-purpose yards this year.
Right.
Y'all gonna get enough.
That's what I'm saying. All purpose, maybe. Not just rushing.
Right.
I'm talking about
Let's put it out there. So
it could happen. And to potentially have that is fucking awesome. I'm far with that.
I think AP is sitting back like I think like you know he's the numbers guy. Like he wants to be that guy that got these going infamy and be one of the greatest rushers of all time.
No doubt.
But I think he don't give a fuck about that. I think he's sitting back.
That's coming anyway. He wants that motherfucking ring.
Thank God.
You should have had more rings than we got right now.
Oh, yeah. Again, we
don't cook it down.
We are the deep.
I tell him all the time. Hang on 1 second.
He's grabbing both his knees.
I tell him all the time the 2011 team was better than the 09 team.
Oh, absolutely.
When we lost to the goddamn 49ers?
Outside that first quarter.
Yeah. We're 13-3.
We got robbed, bro.
And fucking Alex fucking Smith's gonna run the ball on us. Get the fuck out.
Again, we are the Deep by Deep podcast, the first interactive podcast for the Parish. We got Mr. Jerome Combel.
I'm in here.
Sports Guru.
Thank y'all.
Paul Higgnz and Pat Rowley. If you do have any questions, feel free to come across the questions.
One more thing, guys.
Or anything that you have.
If y'all need some relationship advice, I can
give you relationship advice. But look, if you guys been rocking with us all
night, if you got a hot pussy, bitch, holla at your boy.
Sports Guru Socks.
Listen, if you guys been rocking with us all night, go on our Facebook page called the D by D Podcast. It's easy to find. Go like and follow and subscribe.
D by D means what?
Day by day, dollar by dollar.
Holla at your motherfucking people.
If you like and subscribe our page, because eventually we're going to go stream these from our page.
Yeah, you're right.
Out of like thousands
and I'm putting y'all on my shit so I can send y'all all over the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying?
Jerome has his own radio station.
The Sports Guru Show.
Shout
out to Mr. Down the Road.
What channel on AM is
that? WSLA 1560
and
AM.
I tell you, Jerome, and what I want to get into is just we'll make it brief. Sure. Is that when we started? This podcast started from us sitting at a Pelicans game.
Sure, okay.
Me and went to a
Pelicans game.
Yeah, take flight, baby.
And we were just chilling, and it was just fucking boring as fuck. Like, bro, let's go do that
podcast we've been talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Try it.
And plus y'all rap too, so y'all got them out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we post the shows.
Entertainment. Like that was one of the things that we got into.
And Joy's in there too. I don't know.
So we came home and started filming this shit from nothing, just audio, and worked its way up to where it is now. And now we we were trying to reach for guests, and people are afraid to get on. Get around the fucking mic.
Oh my God! I'm fucking cheesed up to be here right now.
I absolutely. So, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We came from that. From nothing, bro, just a few years ago to where we're at now, where we're getting over 1,000 a week.
And not taking away, bro. we want to shout out all the people that's been like rocking with us since
Hey,
like been helping us out. Like Poncho. Poncho's been helping us out since day one.
He's invaluable.
He's valuable. With Poncho, Jay, Cliff Couture. Shout out to Cliff Couture. He's been with us since day one.
Right.
Some of the guests we had on,
like
all the
Renee, people chimed in on tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Right. So like Renee Rivera.
Ivy's in the house.
Ivy's been rocking with us since day one. All these guys. Brandon Brewer, Melvin Gallard. All these guys have been with us since day one.
No doubt.
And
I mean, we're literally pushing 1,000. Listen, people, we had 1,000 views.
Yeah, you're right.
We are 3 people with a guest.
Hello. But we can't do this
3
without
people.
you.
1,000. Let that register for 1 second. 1,000 people are checking in and listening to what we have to say.
Which I don't know.
And we long-winded though.
Listen, we are at this, and if you want to be a guest, we are totally open to.
And if you want to advertise, I'll let you be.
You have to come with an opinion. You have to bring something to the. You have to bring something
to it. Have a take.
Shout out to Nick Lefebvre, first dude I see with a lowrider.
Wait, hold on.
Parish,
elaborate on that a little more. What the fuck?
When we were kids, man. Yeah, he had a little lowrider bike. No, he didn't have a car. He had a lowrider bike.
This nigga had a lowrider bike?
Yeah, we were kids, man. We were little kids.
So, but like I can.
Paul still here?
Wait, yeah, I'm right here. Well, you can relate because you started from nothing and you watched where yours has grown.
Absolutely. And
unbelievable. And what I want to tell people is like if you have a goal in life and there's something that you want to do for yourself, you're at point zero. As long as you push
seize the
and
day.
strive and keep pushing at it, keep pushing and going against the grain, you're gonna end up at a point where you wasn't. Where you started, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I tell my kids. I want to shout out my son.
The Jew said this is the first.
That's why I thanked him. Yeah, thank you, Jay.
Jew said it's the first show he watched from the front to the back, from the start.
Thank you, like my front. You like my bag? Oh my God, stay my nigga.
You know what? Hey, and I tell you, Jew said this is he watched it from the front to the back the whole time, sitting on the couch. Yes.
Shout out to Steven and Mastro too.
I'm gonna say something. He's just dropping more and more in that beard that you could pick out.
Yeah. If I want to get high, I know where to go. I'm coming through that beard. Yeah. They got more than popcorn in that motherfucking nigga. I know what you're working with, dog. And if you're not working with it, come holler at me.
Shout out to Steven Mosgrove too.
Big Woo's in the motherfucking house. What's up, Woo?
Big Woo. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Big Woo.
I got you, baby. I got you, baby.
I know Big Woo. I won't disrespect you like that again.
I think Big Woo's in New York right now watching this right now.
That's a motherfucking DJ in New York. He's playing records out there. Yeah,
I can share the page. He slings records.
Big Woo's in New York.
He's in NYC,
baby. Grew up right behind Burger King.
Right behind me, right in my neighborhood, yeah. And guess what? Big Woo's sister, Tiffany Mosgrove, my first girlfriend. What's up, dog? Not Zippy. Rest in peace. No, rest in peace. No.
Leo, we're trying to get...
No, for you. I don't know if that was good for
No, it's okay. No.
You don't know how close we are.
She was my first girlfriend. I loved her to death.
Leo, we're trying to get Chris on, but that's up to my man over here.
Oh, my God. Yeah, fuck. My neighbors.
Leo wants to know get Chris on.
That's how I know you. My dad dated Miss Arlene.
No shit. Get the fuck. Your dad was Poncho?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I love Poncho. Oh my God. Yeah, he used to hang out at Higgnz Payton place.
Yeah, that's my dad.
I always equated your name with that Poncho that I know. Had no idea that was your fucking dad.
Wayne and Lil Chris and
motherfucker, get out of here. I love Poncho, bro. Oh man, Poncho used to
Daddy, big
You know what your dad used to say when we were smoking cigarettes? He'd be like, you want one of these? And then he'd say, look, you want one of these?
Camera couldn't see that.
I got Trent Hyde on the phone. What's up, Trent?
Hey, Trent.
You're live on air, baby. Say something smart.
Packingham in the house.
Packingham.
Yeah, me too. Come up to the ring.
So you want to see him fight, Paulie?
Yeah.
I don't think. Nah, they can hype that fight up. It's a doable fight.
Hang on, let's.
What
you think? Try to think.
You good.
I think we can speak on that fight because Paulie actually called McGregor out.
He did.
Now, if Paulie is searching for money, probably.
Hey, man, his career been over for goddamn minute.
He supposedly Mayweather sent Paulie over there to do a scout session.
I didn't know that. Oh shit.
So he sent. There's a rumor out there that he sent Paulie over there to do a scout session to spar. Just to see what McGregor's working
on.
What
what you think about McGregor coming up through the ranks? Trent, you there?
I think he did pretty knock him down in like the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah, you're right. Well, as I say, if you're on the phone, we got the one only Decepticon on the line. We don't want to drag out
Hey, hang on one second,
Trent.
Trent, congrats on the baby, my guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Trent's got a new son. Is it his son?
All right, I love you, T.
So again, we step into it. We're going back to the fight.
Thank you, Trent.
The apology.
Thank you, Trent.
The apology is is that a fight that's going to draw?
Well, let me ask you. Let me tell you this.
Maybe.
There's
because think about it like this.
There's a story.
Paulie's not the number one. Paulie's not the champion.
Oh, he's not anything.
I got to shout out my cousin Corey again because I thought Paulie was done for, but he said Paulie had some decent fights in the last 5 years. So he's at least in the top whatever. So maybe it would be a good draw because of the beef that they had during the sparring and the training camp thing. Maybe it would be a way for Conor to get back in, unless Conor just stays in his zone.
For everybody that don't know Paulie, like if you think Mayweather's a defensive fighter, Paulie's more of a defensive fighter.
I want to say,
more of a defensive fighter.
I thought he was so much fun.
I didn't know who the fuck Paulie was.
Get the fuck out of here. I thought you was a boxing guy. I'm not trying to call you out.
The second podcast,
I'm good with that.
That was 10 years ago. Paulie was hot 10 years ago. So
he didn't know who Melvin Gillard was.
No, this is motherfucking house.
This is what I want to say is that I was watching the press conference on Facebook. Not Facebook, on YouTube the other day. I was doing fucking shopping at Walmart, watching podcast, watching the press conference. The last one, the one they did right before the fight. And then, like, you know how Facebook does, YouTube does the algorithms where they go from one video to the next. Sure. The first thing that popped up was Paulie outside calling McGregor out, motherfucker, bitch, bro.
Yeah. Putting that fucking
he's trying to get his fight. He wants his. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was.
Might be a little something. I don't know.
And they mentioned that at the press conference. Like,
I don't know if there's money there. Is it a fight you want to see?
I mean, there's definitely not as much money as when he gets.
So they brought
is there ever going to be?
No.
They brought Paulie in the sport with Conor.
Maybe if I bought Pacquiao.
I didn't know
that's where I was going.
No. Conor hired Paulie in the sport.
What I heard was my little cousin Corey. Shout out to Corey Richard again. What I heard was Paulie talked so much shit about how he can fuck Conor up that Conor said, "Okay, motherfucker, you want to talk shit? Come fucking spar with me."
Well, let me tell you this: Paulie got more famous being Conor McGregor's sparring partner than he did when he ever fought.
I knew was Jersey Shore.
No, I always thought Paulie Malignaggi's name alone was a big deal.
What about Rocky?
But let's be honest though. Before there was
is his real name Paul?
Yes.
Squeezing the juice.
Before Floyd was a big draw, like right around before Floyd. Right around before Floyd fought Gotti, which was Floyd's kind of like biggest draw at the time. Paulie was the hottest fighter in that realm because he was flashy. He had the kind of cool looking shorts.
He was Italian.
He was really good. But Floyd took that thunder from him. And I think Paulie lost like a major fight after that. But I heard my cousin Corey told me he's had some success recently. And he was always a decent boxer.
He fought Adrian Broner tough, but Adrian Broner wasn't much.
Yeah, and before Floyd started getting really off the chain, Paulie was the man. So
I thought you were talking about Paulie.
Like I'm getting into like nerdy boxing stuff. I know a lot about boxing.
I'm a boxing computer. But I think that we talked about from the beginning. I think this experiment was a good experiment. I think it worked out good for both UFC and boxing. It'd be nice to see somebody like Conor continue to try to come up to the ranks, maybe. And I think UFC kind of needs that now because kind of like the boxing community showed, hey, we for real, whether we had the numbers or not lately. And UFC's had the numbers.
Would you consider that a for real fight?
I do. I really do.
Yeah, I thought
I have to say yes. I have to say yes. Based on Conor's training as before being a striker and the way he did with his strategy.
I think
the training before up to the fight, how many weeks we talking?
Not enough.
8 weeks.
Not enough.
But that's
McGregor was training for that fucking fight.
For
since he signed that California contract.
Could have been more than 8 weeks.
No, 8 weeks. We're talking about 8 weeks.
Yeah, but what he's saying is behind the scenes could have been more.
Yeah, he was training
12 weeks.
It's still not enough.
All right, so 12 weeks. You going against the
greatest.
It
would take Mayweather 6 years to do MMA training. Yeah,
the hands down greatest. You saying within 12 weeks that he stood in the ring with the best.
Yeah, fair enough. I think he showed great. I'm commending Conor McGregor what he did. Hey, Staring Aaron, you want to chime in a little bit about what you thought about that fight? Because you watched it with me.
Did you tell them how we watched the fight?
Yes, I did on the 1080p.
On
the phone.
On the phone.
What you thought about
On the 2.5.
Yeah.
We all like heads like close together.
Here's
like
my
this, watching
pretty
on the
much,
phone.
pretty much.
And I'm going to agree, but I want to say that the only way that they're going to do this is like McGregor is going to pretty much end his UFC career.
I don't know.
No.
He's got to
him
fight
to
the
climb
board
up
first.
the boxing
Jones,
ranks. No. For him,
on.
he's got to pretty much
I said you say commit.
sacrifices his
100% commit.
Like, I'm going to give up.
How about this?
I'm going to give up my UFC career for the greater good of the UFC to do what you
Sacrificially.
And I can see it happening. It's a realistic goal because the money's there.
I think he has the talent.
How about this?
He's going to get $100 million every fight.
I know, listen here.
Good call, Paul.
How
And
about
it's
this?
easier. He's like, this is so much fucking easier.
How about this?
That's what he's saying.
Conor
He
McGregor.
felt good at
My
it.
life's not threatened.
Right.
I might not die.
Right.
How about this? Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, part 3 in the ring.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
Who the fuck? Wait.
Wait, what?
In a boxing match?
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is a
No.
UFC guy.
Yeah, but if they
Shut
get out
the
that
fuck
promotion, they know they can make more money. Why wouldn't they do it?
You talking about to make it more of a boxing fight?
Jared, I thought it was
I'm talking about the money. I'm talking about
But not a UFC fight.
not a UFC fight.
I don't think boxing fans would care.
You don't
I
think?
feel sorry for
Really? I mean, think about
McGregor is back in the UFC ring with because he's gonna be balls to the walls. Like he's gonna be like
Out of
wanting
the
to kick some ass.
Yeah, he's gonna be out the
No, I
proof
mean,
side.
I see what you're saying. It's kind of sexy, but I can't see Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor being
But
a
when
draw
has-
for boxing fans because they're UFC guys.
Yeah, but they do have the name though. So when has UFC ever drawn bigger purses than boxing? Never yet. Not even close.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
So like you
I'm gonna
mentioned,
tell you right now.
there is a chance for
Right
it.
now, the boxing, that was the biggest payday ever in boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing,
Right.
straight up,
And the guy never fought before.
never fought.
True.
That was the biggest payday at UFC. At what you would never.
That's what I'm saying.
That money would never come again.
I could see him
Even if it was
doing what
Jamar,
you're saying.
Jones against McGregor.
Dude,
Casual-
if Jones,
Casual MMA
Jones,
fans,
But
right?
Here's the
Jones
problem.
can't fight in the MMA ring. Now
Hang on a second.
he can go in the boxing ring.
Casual
What you
MMA
talking
fans. Casual MMA fans. Most of them are into striking. Poncho, you a casual MMA fan?
Who? I'm a casual.
No, he's an MMA guy.
All right, wait.
He's
You're
casual
an MMA guy. All
He's
right.
casual
I watched
boxing fan.
UFC 1. I just say
I apologize.
I
I
can
watch
tell you-
UFC 1
listen,
too.
People
Well,
used
listen
to
here.
people used to tap out. This people.
What excites you more?
UFC 1. Weight was
The
not.
first UFC.
What excites you more?
It was 400 against
This is some
500.
fucking good ass fucking
Right.
radio. Right
Listen,
here.
there was 400 pounds against 100 pounds. There was no. It was kicking to the
Me
face.
against you. No matter who we are.
Bad knuckles, right? People would tap out for me grabbing your face and putting it in my chest. Me smothering you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because you can. There was
Alright,
no
that was it.
rules.
No, I would
Hey,
grab your head
Chantel,
on the
we do
ground
that to you tonight,
and
baby.
put your
Don't
head
tap
in
out.
my
I'm talking about
chest.
the early '90s fucking first.
I would
cage
put
match.
your head in my chest and you would tap out. That's how quick.
Poncho.
There was no holes.
But your point is,
You would just tap out
yeah.
by me smothering you.
Because you were trying to kill. You sucked the
Poncho,
life out of it.
Hello.
Today, that's not. That wouldn't even be an issue. You would never tap out to somebody putting your face in my chest.
But people died in the first UFC.
No,
No, they didn't die.
no,
No,
they
the
didn't
first in the
die.
beginning.
No,
No,
they
it's
didn't
listen
die.
to me, listen
No,
to me.
it was scary. It was scary. It was fucking scary.
No, I
Who
heard
would
I
entice
heard
you more?
people actually fucking because it was
Them
one
two boxing
guy,
with
it was
8-ounce
a tournament.
gloves,
It
no,
was
they
like a
couldn't go on the
one-day
ground.
tournament, right?
Uh-huh.
Like Mortal Kombat.
or
It was
them get back in
fucking
the
real life
octagon.
Mortal Kombat.
Floyd is
Right.
not. No,
Not Floyd. I'm not talking about
What you
Floyd.
talking about?
I'm talking about Conor and Nate Diaz. If they knew they were striking the whole fight, even
No,
through
they-
Without
No,
no
no.
UFC stuff.
no UFC stuff. If they couldn't go
It's
to
a
the ground,
boxing
if they
match.
stood up,
It's a
if
boxing
they
match.
stood up,
It's a boxing match.
even if it was kickboxing.
Now you
Nate-
talking
Nate-
crazy.
Nate-
Now they
yeah.
gonna do
He's talking
kickboxing.
crazy.
No.
He's talking
No,
crazy.
No, I'm not throwing ideas out there.
No,
They're not. That idea's
It's
not
crazy.
gonna work. It's
He's
not gonna
fucking
happen.
crazy.
It's either
Crazy.
UFC or
I don't
boxing.
know. I got an agreement.
He's tripping.
I got Big Wolf said that he likes
They're
the
not gonna
UFC
go
boxing
kickboxing.
idea.
That was
I watch it,
I'm
but
watching
I don't
too.
think the boxing community is going to respect that
No.
because they don't have no boxing pedigree.
No,
I'm saying the
boxing is
casual
like
fan will.
baseball.
They
bro.
want pedigree. They
But
want
here's
a
the
fucking
thing.
precedent.
Boxing is like
There's no
baseball.
doubt. You
Put it
gotta
this
have
way.
He's
Look,
talking about two UFC guys trying to.
two
a
strikers.
boxing match. Yeah,
Two known strikers.
Right. Fair enough.
Two known strikers.
But boxing fans
Nate
are not
Diaz
going
is
to
not
watch
striking.
it
That's what you
because we're not going to respect.
That's why you don't
the
know
fact that they don't have boxing.
Nate Diaz is a submission artist. He choked out Conor McGregor. He didn't knock out Conor.
He strike too though.
No, he choked out. He brought him to the ground and choked him out in Conor McGregor.
Fast cool. He was like,
Now you talk. We're going to go back to our guest. We're talking about a knockout artist.
Right.
Fucking Melvin Gillard is your knockout artist.
Well,
Melvin Gillard is knocking out.
Melvin.
Put Melvin Gillard in the ring with Conor McGregor.
Oh, yes.
Oh, net.
Hey. Oh, shit. This is a hurricane.
God spoke.
Hey, Houston, we know what y'all talking about right now.
Now, dude, that would be fucking fire as shit because Melvin is concentrating on boxing now. He's bad enough for boxing. He is literally going out there.
That's that real.
No, there's no gloves involved. You tape your knuckles. That's it. It's just tape knuckles.
Yeah.
And you go out there and you tape. Now he's trying to venture
Fuck
off.
that.
Listen, Melvin Gillard is a
I
fucking
want to
beast.
fucking live, nigga.
That's a fucking man.
Yeah,
That's a fucking man.
Motherfucker. Hey, but they got a shot.
So
Melvin,
Melvin, this is where Melvin's going with his shit. He wants to go on a 2-2, a 3-3, a 4-4, a team. You haven't ventured off into YouTube and seen a 5-5.
I did see that shit.
So you've seen five guys.
Like Royal Rumble tap in and out.
It's five team members on 5 team members. So y'all run across the ring. You knock your dude out.
Like a
Brawl. What else is standing?
It's down the road, up the road, right?
No, nigga, no.
You knock your motherfucker out, so you come on and it's 2-1. Bam, you knock him out, then now 3-1. Bam, you knock him out. But you got refs.
Somebody would do it.
Hey, that might be the new shit.
That's a sport. It's a fucking sport. It's 5-on-5 in the fucking ring.
I did see a little bit about that on YouTube.
You run. You run on boom. When you knock your dude out, you run and help your partner out, and you knock him out. And y'all team
it's a ballroom brawl.
Right, yeah, so it's a sanctioned fucking all out, and that's what
he's getting into. Or he's
it's a sport now.
Holy fucking shit.
He's recruiting guys from here to go overseas to participate in that fucking.
The overseas are gonna eat that up, right?
But I'm saying, would you be interested on a 5-on-5?
I would fucking
you and
pay for
five
that shit.
I would watch it.
Listen, you, GB, and say you and 5 of your boys with bourbon.
Shout out to Louis Costa watching.
Yeah.
What's up, mama? You in the motherfucking house, nigga?
Oh, fucking shit turd.
I would watch that.
And you got fucking 5. You got 5-on-5.
They do have it, Jay. I've seen it before.
He wants to cancel football. You know he wants to cancel the UFC.
Shut up, Staring Aaron.
Hey, Louis a fucking 49ers fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
Louis goes with the Swift and the win. Whoever's fucking winning, that's who Louis goes with.
Hey, Big Woo.
Big Woo's in the
Them Cubbies might have lost today, Big Woo.
He loves them, bro.
But the Cubbies are gonna be bad. The Cubbies gonna be there.
Oh,
Cubbies will be there at the end of the year. Don't be hating on our Cubbies.
Some awkward silence just now. 1 second or two.
We always get awkward silence up in here. You know.
I tell y'all what, look.
Hey, I want to get NFL predictions.
You can have some.
Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Look.
We've been going for almost 3 hours now.
We got 3 hours?
2 hours and.
I mean, we still kicking with
10 minutes.
We could go all night, Pat.
I know we could.
We'll do it.
If I didn't have no hot chicken to go scoop up, I'd be down with that.
I'm gonna keep it real.
I got obligations.
Again, so I got
me a grocery list in my pocket, so I
got
your obligation.
Yeah.
I gotta
want yours too. So let's beat the bill.
I don't have my.
I'm trying to get back to where you at, dog.
I gotta pick my daughters up.
You got wife.
But anyway,
I got a potential. You heard?
So we got a single man.
What's up, Chantel? I heard you.
So again,
hold on. So this is what we're gonna do.
We got the
NFL predictions. What do you want to predict, bro?
I want to know.
You said dick on the air.
No, I'm not predict. I'm not.
You said dick on the air.
You said.
No, I didn't say dick.
You said predict.
We got
Troy.
Troy.
Okay, I said dick.
I said dick.
We got Troy Morrow.
That's down the road.
My bad.
Predictor. I didn't say predict. Predict.
Hang on. Let's. We got a viewer question.
We got Troy Morrow. Textbooks.
Morrow's the statement on there.
Money let him punch himself out and beat him like a punching bag.
You talking about McGregor, right? Let McGregor punch himself out.
That was one of the guys here in the ring last night.
That's how I thought that.
That dude arm got tired, bro.
Yes, I'm saying.
He's up, bro.
So
we're talking about new one?
I'm talking about NFL predictions. We don't have to go that much in detail. Just talking about who's going to.
This is gonna be easy.
Yeah. Who's going to the Super Bowl this year?
Come on.
We'll show a poncho at the end over here.
Do you think the Patriots are
Who do you
going
think's
back?
gonna
Motherfucker ain't right. Who the fuck's gonna beat them?
I mean, how do you count out the Patriots?
Why do why do you think they're going back?
Because they got more talent than they did last year.
Brandon Cooks.
No, it ain't Brandon Cooks.
And yes,
He's gonna keep his mouth shut.
They just
He's
lost.
gonna play ball. He did
Wait.
Saints.
You say you don't want? They just lost Julian Allen. I don't know.
He did?
Yes,
Yeah,
ACL.
he got hurt.
That's a big
If you
deal.
watch
Yeah, but they got
football,
Hulk
you
Hogan.
know.
Hulk Hogan.
If you watch preseason football, you know that.
Okay, talk to me.
who's gonna beat him in the AFC?
Fill me in, brother.
No, I don't know. I heard it today on the radio.
Edelman's
No,
out.
that's why
He
people like
got
you.
hurt.
Edelman's out for the season. ACL.
I don't think it hurts the Patriots.
Chris Hogan caught two.
No, they don't hurt
Because they jacked up in the running game.
So-
They jacked up on their defense.
Brandon Cooks
They jacked
can
up
do
in their
what
receiver
Julian-
core. They got Tom Brady. They got Bill Belichick. Who the fuck is gonna fucking topple them in the AFC? Is it the Raiders?
It's a Tom Brady.
wish.
It ain't the Patriots. It's Tom Brady.
It's the it's a good
It's the
call.
Brady's. It's the Brady bunch.
It's
Bruh.
the system. It's the whole
Look, let me tell you something.
Brandon
The
Cooks
only-
can
Just like
do
the
what
Saints.
Julian Edelman can do, and then some. So
And no
him
doubt,
going
no doubt.
down.
I don't know about that because let me tell you something. Julian Edelman's got a lot more moxie and a lot more guts than Brandon Cooks has got.
I hope.
Edelman can pull the ball down with Brandon
I
Cooks.
hope not.
Did Brandon Cooks catch that ball against
He
the
ain't
fucking
coming at
Panthers
him.
in the
I
goddamn
hope
fucking third
you're
week
right.
2 years
I
ago?
hope you're right. I'm
Fuck
sorry.
no.
I hope you're
Edelman
right.
Shout out
will
to
pull that
Mikey.
ball down.
I hope you're right.
But
Mikey Thorne,
So,
holla at us. Let us know
we got
your
Edelman out.
prediction.
Amendola
Let's
steps
talk about
in.
the
Chris
AFC.
Hogan. Chris Hogan or Amendola steps in.
either way.
Or another random white guy.
So is it Tom Brady?
In the
Right? It's like
Belichick,
say, anybody steps in the
in the
Saints.
Belichick-led team, it's a
It's-
culture. It's not a player.
Yeah, just like
So-
the Saints. You
It could be him.
Don't
You
make-
and shit.
I'm gonna make
He's
the
right.
fucking
Yeah,
play.
he's
How
way
much you
over
weigh?
about
Fucking
10.
play.
How much you weigh? I'm 185. I can fucking do it.
Yeah. I'm about 170.
See?
Something.
You better pull it back. I'm not even that much.
So,
Maybe 290.
what about
290,
Pittsburgh?
290.
What?
Pittsburgh.
What about Pittsburgh?
You got Le'Veon Bell. You got your boy coming
So,
back to receive.
wait,
Tavius Bryant.
Hey, Le'Veon Bell, I drafted him yesterday.
Antonio
He's my only hope.
He's fucking awesome.
You think he's gonna be alright this year?
Okay, I think he's gonna be okay. I got Pittsburgh winning that division. I got the Patriots winning that division. I got motherfucking
Who's the
Oakland
one seed?
winning that
Who's
division.
the one seed in there?
Motherfucking
Tennessee.
New England. No fucking
Who's the
doubt.
2 seed?
Tennessee's
No,
the
Tennessee.
two
Who's the 2
seed.
seed? Who's the 2 seed?
The 2 seed's gonna be Oakland.
I agree.
Okay.
No fucking
3 seed
doubt.
Pittsburgh.
Maybe.
Oakland, KC are going to playoffs.
I think
KC will be the wild card.
Pittsburgh. I look. KC might fall off this year.
I don't know.
I think they. I think.
I don't see it because you got Alex Smith and you got Mahomes coming right behind.
They're looking good.
Yeah.
Now, if Houston
What about Houston? What's
if
gonna
Houston
get
has
that
any kind of offense, which they don't have
Oh,
running
no,
game,
they're not, dude. You got Deshaun Shazzy. He's probably going to start.
Savages.
Watson. I'm saying.
Savage gonna win that game. Watson, I watched it.
I think in New England,
The fans ain't
I
gonna
think
let that
Buffalo got a
happen.
shot.
You know the fans ain't going to let that happen.
Okay, let's not talk about anything other than 1 and 2.
Yeah.
New England and motherfucking Oakland. Nobody's going in the New England win. You think anybody's gonna
Somebody's
go?
going to Oakland and win?
They ain't going to Oakland.
Pittsburgh,
You gotta
Oakland.
go through New England.
Oh, right.
So therefore, it's New England.
Right.
I mean, Pittsburgh, Oakland. The
You're
second
looking
round.
at the motherfucking Patriots alone,
All right.
barring injury.
So tell me this.
So let's talk about the motherfucking NFC.
NFC.
Straight up. Unless you have something to say.
Which might be.
And I'm a Raiders fan.
I mean, you got the NFC. No,
You see what the fuck I'm wearing? I'm motherfucking silver and black.
NFC's going to be the South is going to be the toughest.
The thing about the South
That's
is
going to be the
this.
toughest.
The thing about the South is this. Whoever wins 2 out of the split. If the Saints beat the
Can sweep one of
Falcons
them.
twice, they're going to beat Carolina twice. I guarantee that.
Saints have beaten
They
Carolina.
go 1-1 with Tampa Bay. They go
Jerome
1-1
said
with
it.
Atlanta. They going 2-0 against the motherfucking Panthers. That's going to put the Saints where they need to be. If the Saints are the wild card, it's sketchy because we got to go on the road.
Right.
We might have to go to Seattle. But you know what? I don't think Seattle's going to be it. The fact that we might have to go to
What
Green
about
Bay,
Green Bay?
the
What
fact
Green
that we
Bay
might
gonna
have to
do?
go to Green Bay is a problem.
What Green Bay?
If we host Green Bay, we fucking them up. Green Bay's going to win that division.
It's
So
deep and
Green
scary.
Bay. All right. So who's my 1 seed in the NFC?
Yeah, Green Bay's got to be the favorite.
Packers number 1.
All right.
Green
So
Bay's
who's my
gotta be
2
the
seed?
favorite.
in the
Ezekiel
NFC?
Elliott's out for 6 games. I guarantee you, New York's going to win that division.
Green Bay's got to be the
Think
favorite.
about it. Look, I love Perry. I love you, but the Cowboys without Ezekiel Elliott for 6 games.
Seattle's got to be the
And
favorite.
Washington ain't fucking smelling no smoke, nigga. Fuck them.
Seattle's got to be the favorite.
Washington wins 6 games. Count that.
The Giants.
All
The
right.
Giants win the division 10-6.
So 10-6 win that division.
11-5. I think the
All right,
Giants
so-
gonna be surprised.
So what about the
That's
West?
going on a limb.
So we
'Cause
got
I
Seattle.
had Dallas winning the division.
We got
Seattle's
Seattle
gonna win the West.
clearly.
No. You know what? No. Fuck Seattle clearly in the West. They running game ain't as good as it was last year. And that sucked. Cardinals win that division.
Oh.
All right. So you got the Cardinals. We got
Cardinals
the
number
South.
2.
So the South.
Green Bay number 1, Colts number 2, Green Bay number 3.
The South.
No. Giants number 3.
The South is gonna be tossed up between Atlanta and
the Saints.
Whoever wins that.
Tampa Bay is going to be surprising, but
wait, I'm gonna do a shout out.
How much people?
Shout out. Atlanta still lost 28-3.
Whoa, wait up. Take this
28-3 lead.
I'm going to play some goddamn music right now.
I think that ought to be the theme song.
I took that as the Saints lost up until fucking halftime.
I think me and you ought to make this 28-3 theme song for that radio
Paul.
show this year.
I appreciate you. Anyway,
as long as he plays it out the
we'll call the
way.
song 28-3.
28-3.
Does anybody here, Pittsburgh, Oakland, think that the Patriots are not going to be an AFC champion?
No, I agree.
New England?
I can't.
New England?
New
England?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to say Saints in the NFC because I'm a Saints fan. But if it ain't the Saints,
it's got to be Green
Bay.
Unless they do it, the injury.
Okay, let's all say we want the Saints. We want the Saints, right? If it ain't the Saints, who's it going to be?
Yeah. We got to eliminate the Saints.
Seattle, Green Bay.
Okay. Pick one.
Seattle, Green Bay.
Pick one. Come on, Pancho, you on the spot.
Wait,
Okay, Seattle,
Atlanta, maybe? Fuck, I'm
Shut
gonna
the
keep
fuck
it real.
Atlanta?
I'm gonna keep it real.
Atlanta?
I'm gonna keep
It's
it
a
real.
Dude,
I'm gonna keep it real.
as
Can
long
we
as
be
you
real?
know person said the F word, Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Can we keep it real? Like they didn't lose anything.
You can.
They didn't lose anything.
They didn't.
That's all I got to say.
But what happened to Carolina when they went to the Super Bowl and lost?
Right.
That's going to happen to the Falcons if the guys are correct.
In all truth, I want the fucking Saints. I mean, look, let's be real.
So,
I would be just as
so look.
I would be just as stupid.
He said
if they
Green
won
Bay.
in 15.
He said Seattle and
going
Green Bay.
Week 16,
He said Seattle and Green Bay. You got Green Bay and Atlanta. Pick one.
He said Atlanta. You got Atlanta.
Pick one out of Green Bay and Atlanta.
Oh, I want Green Bay.
Okay. So who you got in the NFC?
Green Bay.
I got Green Bay too. That's a goddamn good Super Bowl.
Green Bay, New England?
If they both go,
rematch.
Ain't no way. There ain't no fucking way Brady's going to lose to that bitch ass nigga Aaron Rodgers.
So
I don't think Green Bay have defense.
They don't. They haven't done anything to improve it.
Hey, what about Detroit? Detroit just.
Detroit's a goddamn good team, but possibly a wild card.
Yeah,
depending on what them and the Saints do.
Them in Minnesota.
This is Detroit cheer. I think this is Detroit cheer.
Teddy's coming back.
Detroit can win that division. Detroit can win that division.
Who was Matt Stafford thrown to?
Exactly. He's got.
No, wait. Second question is. Wait. No.
I love Golden Tate. He's great.
Wait, listen.
He's good. He's fucking good. He's
Golden Tate is second-hand commodity.
I think he's going to have a resurgence.
The next question is,
who
was fucking Matt Stafford handing off to?
Good point.
That's your fucking
You know who Golden Tate?
How do you even go there?
They can't fucking Green Bay.
You asked the question.
Hey, you know who Golden Tate reminds me of? Joe Horn. That's who Golden Tate.
All right.
Don't talk bad about Hollywood Horn right now.
I'm just saying.
No. Before we wrap this up,
All right.
let's plug your show one more time.
Sports Guru Show.
Sports Guru Show, 1560 a.m.
WSLA.
starting September 10th.
September 10th, the first game, 10 a.m. in the morning till noon.
10 a.m. to noon.
Every Sunday.
Every motherfucking Sunday.
Me and Paul are going to be calling in on three-way over.
Yeah.
Talking over.
I'm playing down music, bro. I'm playing down music.
I'm going to say this. Shout out to Bobby A. but don't listen to
the games you can.
Don't listen to
That's
him.
okay. Look,
Yeah,
he's got enough people to fuck with me. Right.
If you're from the Parish and you're listening to Bobby, then you ain't from the
that's
Parish.
you motherfucking people.
You know
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you, man.
The true pregame show this year, the Sports Guru Show, 1560
Just got to
a.m.
keep it real.
And then after the game that night, you come watch the D-by-D podcast.
I might come fucking hang out with
And we
y'all.
can coexist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Thank y'all for having me. I love y'all, bro. This is fucking awesome, bro.
Thank you. Hey, everybody that showed up.
In the house.
Everybody that showed up tonight, please like and subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah.
Search on Facebook, the D-by-D podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And come back with us next week.
I was talking to the mic, but the camera's over here.
I've been doing
I
that all
just
night,
let your guys know the Soul Tribe record
the
is
video
on YouTube as of yesterday.
Yeah,
Go to Higgnz page on YouTube, Higgnz.
Hello.
And the Soul Tribe records on there, along with some old records. The D-by-D podcast
Get it tight.
archives are on there. And anytime you want to go check it out, anything you got to say, you can message me, give me a holler. You can give us a holler. You know where to
The
find
nigga
us.
looks good, right?
I look
your
okay.
boy.
I'm all right. I'm cute.
Shout out to the Jew. Shout out to Leo Spadoni.
Yo.
Shout out to Troy.
Yo, Troy Morrow.
Shout out to Louis.
I think we just broke record.
Acosta,
Shine.
Obama,
This-
TNT.
This is the longest record
Sugar Shine.
podcast.
Yeah, I think we're over 2 hours now.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. The longest record podcast we've ever had.
And if y'all think it's a fucking game, just go and look at the people the views that are watching us.
Right.
We pushing over 1,000 views.
And so now y'all got my people, Guru Nations in the house.
So we're not just local. We going national. We going
global, baby. Worldwide, baby.
We're going worldwide.
We getting superstars.
And nobody said it better than we live, baby.
We bringing the Guru. We bringing Melvin the Lord.
Yeah.
So you don't even know who is next coming on this podcast.
Could be you.
Could be you.
Could be you.
Listen, if you got an opinion, or if you got something to say, you invited. Just come reach out to any one of ours.
And I just
answers are good.
Look, we did sports for over 2 hours, but we do everything. It's not just
everything.
Sports. We tackle every
Don't make
issue.
us fucking bigger than
It's just
Tupac.
because
Listen,
sports
you know
is the
what I'm saying?
biggest
Don't bring us
thing
that.
in life right now.
It really is.
Sport,
It really is.
It's that time of
We're
year.
gonna-
So we're gonna.
One more shout out to Houston, man. We understand
Hands
what y'all.
down, yeah,
We understand what y'all going
Shout out
through.
to Jay all day, my boy.
If
Fly
y'all
Rider.
listen, if y'all got anything to donate, any goods, any clothes,
Y'all
any
know they're gonna
food,
need it.
Get with Heather. Get with
any water, any money, any time, any back, any effort, any shoulders.
Well, Heather's got a fundraiser thing going on.
Shout out to Heather over the LA 46 or reach out to someone. Listen, our people ran from Katrina and went to Houston, and Houston
Open your
people,
arms, Jay.
they need our help.
Stuck over
So
there.
feel free to reach out and return a favor, in which I will myself return a favor
Hey, I got a cold
any
shower,
way I
y'all.
can. I'm on crutches, but again, I would do it
You
the
move
best I
swift
can,
for
and I'm
real
pretty
quick.
sure my comrades are going to do the
No
same.
doubt.
Absolutely.
So again, we're going to put out prayers, and everybody, I wish y'all put out some prayers to Houston. And again, check into the D by D podcast with Paul.
D by D.
Podcast.
Yeah.
As far
Day
as
by day, dollar by
Dollar
dollar.
by dollar.
D by D
We
podcast.
about you guys, everyday people.
Thank y'all for having me, gentlemen. I
So we
appreciate y'all.
just some guys with an opinion, and we appreciate everybody's view and opinions on our podcast, and we appreciate that.
I'll
So
sign off with this: opinions like assholes. Everybody got one.
Shout out to Leo Spadoni. We'll see you next week.
Peace.